Whew. I kind of like gym class.
Okay.
Hey, Grant.
I had a good time. I mean, that's understandable, but
You got to do it up here.
the camera can't see it.
Oh, sorry.
You dingus.
How's that?
It's good. I just, gym class was fun.
Yeah, okay.
It was a good time.
What's it like to be wrong?
I don't know.
Gym
All
class.
What's it like to have high cholesterol, guys?
Are you waking me up?
The medicine's expensive. Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to Campfire Quest. We're about to kick a little butt here in Dungeons and Dragons land. And if you were with us last Friday, you know that our adventurers are high up in the air in an airship heading out to see the open ocean in front of them. Gang, good to see everybody. Hope your Friday's going well.
Yeah.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody.
We
It is
didn't
a
pre-record
very-
early in the morning.
No.
Instead, we're here with you right now getting the weekend started. I know that some of you poor schleps are still at work, but we're not. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Gang, what exactly got us to this point? Not too long ago, you were in the polar north, and now you find yourself at about 400 feet of elevation over the humid, warm airs of Wandar. You're leaving the land and entering into the open ocean. In front of you is inky darkness. What brought you here?
An airship.
Good point. All right, here we go.
Well, we had to help King Jules, the Dwarf King. His caravan was going back to Wandar. He got betrayed several times, assassinated once. Turns out it wasn't a real assassination. And then brought out of Fortnite Land, which is where we were. An unfortunate circumstance, to say the least. And
That is saying the least.
and then we got back. He was almost assassinated again. We saved him again.
Again.
And then he gave us a bunch of stuff. And then we got an airship.
And then you took that airship to downtown Wandar.
Yeah.
And docked at one of the most pristine and well-known airship docking towers. Mm-hmm. You enjoyed a meal in the head. Mm-hmm. You went down into the kidneys and spent some time in the thigh area, and eventually all the way down to the foot.
Yeah. His feet.
Ran up a hellacious bill.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Not even the wine and the dinner bill from the night before, but now an airship bill, which, King Jules paid. You saved his life multiple times.
Yeah.
In exchange for your life, is there any price you shouldn't pay? I mean, you'd have no money to spend as a dead king. So he happily paid your bills. He sent somebody that begged you not to ask him for anything else because he would give it to you.
Yeah.
And then they put you in an airship and off you went. Mm-hmm. You're headed in a southwesterly direction, and even though you've only been flying for a couple hours in this direction before you reach the coast, you are already enjoying this warm air. You're enjoying a little bit of humidity in the air, and frankly, at an elevation of 400 feet, it should almost be a little chilly.
Yeah.
You're just not feeling it. It's a beautiful night, balmy almost. You have viewing windows and ports all the way around the cabin that you're standing in. Inky darkness all around. But there's a crack to the windows that allows a lot of fresh air in. You have the option to close that when it's cold, but it's not. And you're enjoying that air blow through your deck.
Nice.
Off we go. Somebody was asking about getting some sleep, or what are you going to do now that you're sailing in a southwesterly direction at 400 feet?
I'm pretty sure last we were talking, we were about to take some ships.
Yeah. Well, there is a bathroom.
Shifts.
Oh,
Shifts.
yes. Well,
Stop.
also,
Yes, the first bit of the day is bathroom humor. This is high. Is a high comedy. High.
High class.
It's
Don't
a
forget to
high
follow,
class.
like, and subscribe.
Follow.
we got to refer to Maslow's humor pyramid.
Yeah.
Poop is the bottom layer of the pyramid.
We're warming up.
Yes.
We're working our way up.
We're gonna get to that
Hilarious
top tier.
self-actualization is here at the top.
Yeah.
Takes a while.
We'll get there.
Not regular self-actualization,
No.
but hilarious.
Right, because it's the humor pyramid.
Exactly.
No, we're like.
We're definitely taking shifts. Monolith doesn't know how to fly the ship, so his shift will be all learning, I guess.
Isn't Jen and Tammy in a room?
Yeah.
In the room where a lot of people are living too?
Oh,
only
Just
just
what
me.
happened.
It's
and
just
we
me.
learned some really
two-
hot tea, some
No,
like
it's just
hot
Yeah,
tea.
I guess.
And what's her face? Casey.
Casey?
Yeah, Casey spilled a lot of tea.
Oh, what was that?
And
all
I'm
about?
like,
yeah.
this is my airship floor. Why are you spilling tea all over the guy?
We found out. Well, we all knew except for Parker that her mom was actually some sort of demon queen.
But
Maybe,
nobody knew
maybe.
except for me.
Yeah, nobody knew
In-game.
except for Casey.
Casey.
the
Casey?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Casey just kind of told us all, told Jan and Tammy separately, but then told us all separately, like, hey, I saw a vision of Jan and Tammy's mom standing at a bloody altar with a bloody knife and a
I
bloody
think-
body.
I thought you were
Ain't
just
that
calling her
fucked?
mom a vision.
Huh?
Bad joke.
How
Yeah.
dare you? There's no such thing. You can't make bad jokes on this
So
channel.
I'm gonna pilot the ship. I'm gonna pilot the ship. I'm gonna pilot this, and I'm gonna show Monolith. Monolith, can you come over here?
Nailed it.
Is that what I sound like?
That's it.
Yeah.
You're there.
Sure. I guess I can come over. What's up?
I'm gonna show you how to fly this thing, and everybody else is gonna kind of chill for a little bit.
Do you have to?
Yes,
Do I have to learn how to fly this?
Monolith, look at me.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking.
I'm the captain,
Yeah.
and that means you gotta. I just need you to work with me, okay?
All right. I mean, I guess you can show me, but what if I crash or something next thing? You know.
That's why we're taking it slow, okay? I'm gonna fly this thing for a couple hours, and I'm gonna try to teach you what I can. I'm not gonna let you touch it yet because I don't trust you.
So I just have to stand and
I'll show you what the buttons do. All right.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. I
Come here.
guess
Can
I'll-
you be fake enthusiastic for just like a quick second?
Oh, that looks like a lot of fun.
All right,
Hey,
that's what I like to hear. There
I'm
we go.
walking in.
Well, you will be.
Yeah, I guess eventually. I was kind of hoping that because I didn't know how to fly, I would just never have to do it. But
Oh, what a world you live in, Monolith.
yeah.
Where things are nice and easy. You don't have to do anything.
Now hold on a
The
second.
world is served to you on a silver platter.
Now hold
You're
on a
king,
second.
And
Now hold on. I didn't know anything about that. All right, that is blasphemous, if anything. Now that I am a king, you better watch your tongue.
okay, you're gonna put me in the gallows.
Oh no, I'll put you in the gallows, kid.
Is there? Quick question. Oh, see. Has everybody walked out of the room at this point? Is it just me and Monolith?
I'm on the deck.
Was it not bedtime?
It's sleep time.
Yeah,
It's
I was
sleep
gonna say,
time.
I think everyone's asleep.
Well, then I
I
would
guess
be
it's
headed
different.
back to.
Sleepy deepy.
To go sleepy?
You probably, before you went to bed, worked out a
shift.
shift schedule.
I'm pretty
Could you
sure-
just kind of let me know what the plan was, even if it doesn't come to fruition?
Last time I remember it was Zeph and then me and then Angel and then
What is happening?
I really don't know.
What are you doing? Are you stretching? Oh! Yo!
happened? Who?
Your legs are gone!
Did that just happen right now?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
What'd you do?
You just lost your feet.
When did
Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Casey's
this
footless.
just happened right now? How?
Yeah.
How could this have happened?
I don't know. I don't remember.
How
what went.
could this happen?
Continue your story. I'm gonna keep looking.
No way!
All my feet.
This is a Hero Forge character. I know how much they cost.
Yeah.
Do you have the file?
Oh, it's over here. Over here. Parker,
No.
92 chair. Well, there's always super glue.
The bottom of the trident is gone too.
Oh, thank you. Where'd you
Do you get stepped on?
Hey,
No,
it's okay. Hey,
No.
Did it just fall and that was that?
Yeah.
Are animals harassing animals? Tell them to stop. Super glue. Just get some gorilla glue.
There we go.
It'll be fine.
Good as new.
Why were you getting Casey?
I was just looking at her and then I dropped her.
Oh,
Sorry, that is
dingus.
heartbreaking.
Well, that's interesting to know. That means that the resin cast 3D printed minis are brittle. I
Fragile.
didn't know you could drop and break one.
Yeah.
Like
know
the bones, whatever that other version is. Those things you can like bend them and twist them and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Yep.
so as I understand it, Monolith here didn't have a shift, and you're going to spend time teaching.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
shift.
let's do double rolls, because when you learn something, it's not a one-sided relationship.
Both of us are involved.
Right. There's teaching and there's learning.
Oh boy.
Teaching and learning.
What is my teaching role?
I'm gonna go backwards because it's easier for you. I'm gonna have you do. It's literally insight. You're trying to understand what the person is trying to tell you.
You know it was going to be an intelligence thing.
I
Don't
know.
act surprised.
Is mine about being wise? and
Yeah. The
no,
teaching
insight's a
portion is going to
wisdom
be a wisdom
Was it?
category.
I'm
Dingus.
slightly better at wisdom, so that's dope.
Yeah, you're
Me
so
too.
Stupid.
Says you. No, I'm not gonna put anything in wisdom.
Yeah, because fuck you.
So just my wisdom.
My wisdom.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I was a decent roll. I was not bad for sure.
What?
If it's,
If
What are you doing?
you gotta put a little more. You gotta put more oomph in it, Park.
if
Would you like to go to the after?
if survival would do you any better, you
No.
could use that one.
Unfortunately, not. So it's just +1 to all of them. I don't have proficiency in any wisdom skills.
Okay.
So that would make it a 17.
Okay. Probably all the time you spent as a counselor up in the polar north, working with the kids and teaching and so on. Very good.
No. I got 18.
Oh wow! Look at us. We're really.
I'm gonna be better than you.
Do we have a moment? Do we have a moment?
Yeah.
Just like we both reached for the same tile, like.
These are
No, I say.
I don't know. And Mono turns away because he's afraid of commitment.
these are heroic levels of teaching and learning, and together you guys accomplish so much. That you learned a vast amount from the short amount of time that you learned from your two teachers, and you passed on 90% of what you learned in the time that Monolith was with you on the deck. He's a lot more attentive now. He's trying, and it goes right in. I would say
I just airship knowledge. And that's
shake it up.
make sure it really sets in.
Oh, that's you get shaken.
It's just like a really tiny manila folder.
There's not much in there, really.
Like
It
a
just
drag and
says
drop
stabbing, stealing, now
Sneaking.
airship piloting.
stabbing, stealing, sneaking, steering.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna start my rap career.
Stop.
Is the last one
Stop.
being a rock? Is that like number 5?
I just imagine it like, you know, the SpongeBob episode where he's running around with all the files in his head?
Yeah.
Except like little monoliths keep opening them and they're all empty except for like 1 or 2 dispersed around.
I like to imagine it's like, what can we do in this situation? We got stab, steal, sneak away.
Why is only the S folder filled out?
We need some other letters.
Going to the
Is it-
DMV.
is it
How do I
similar?
talk? How do I get a license? Can I
Actually the same
steal
thing.
it?
The only person with like
a flowchart.
a large amount of
Like a
folders
flowchart
would
is
be Angel because
how to
everyone
solve
else has
issues.
negative intelligence.
Yeah.
Like
Just
Janet
killing
Tammy's
them,
like,
solve
oh my
it?
goodness,
No,
we want to learn
find
magic. What should we
someone
do?
you
Get more sickles.
To stabbing.
Sickles?
No.
Punch?
Yes,
Something
yes.
to stab.
Oh!
Can you steal
Are
it?
we
No?
live?
Fine.
Yeah, we are.
No.
I'm
Of course we're live. Why would we be otherwise?
Just because it's deteriorated from not playing D&D.
No, really, like
this is so bad.
It feels like a beginning thing.
Oh, this is awful.
So, you really learned good.
Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I kind of liked that. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I kind of,
Yeah,
like,
It's not bad when you actually pay attention.
Right? I'm not used to paying attention to things or learning things for that matter.
I mean, it's kind of dope. I mean, it's like literally flying a giant ship into the air.
This
Yeah.
is the first watch, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good restaurant.
Like their avocado toast.
Good
That's what I
avocado.
get.
This episode is
I get that
sponsored
every
by
time I
First
go.
Buy their
Should we
avocado
also roll
toast,
to
you
keep an eye
vegan
out? Is that a
bastards.
Right now, you didn't do that,
Yeah. I was focused on Monolith.
and for the 2 hours that you were taking care of the ship and dealing with Monolith and looking forward, nothing bothered you, and nothing came and stopped you from your progress.
Right.
Tell me about these shifts, Captain. What kind of shifts you run on your ship? What's the sleeping system?
Well,
I know that they taught you need at least 2 people on the deck to handle the ship, unless there's some kind of an emergency. And there's the 5 of you.
it's gonna have to be 6-hour shifts because there's 4 of us who can take shifts. If it's in 6-hour shifts, then that's 6, 12, 18, 24.
Who's incapable of taking a shift?
I'm capable.
Is he
now.
capable now?
Yeah, you rolled successfully, and he's all educated up.
It's 24 divided by 5. That's how
That's
that
a
works.
bad number.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
So that means we could take 4-hour shifts now because of Monolith.
Come on, calculator. Don't do me like this.
Yeah, the first shift is
Come on,
4
calculator.
hours of me teaching Monolith.
What's happening?
No, right?
There it is.
Janet Tammy never fell asleep.
Just because there has to be at least one of us piloting the ship, and if there's
You could say 5 hours.
does there have to be at least 2 hours? 2 hours? You
That's
said
what
that.
you just
So you
said.
just said? Oh shoot.
But
Okay.
you knew that from when they were teaching you that up.
Oh
on the,
yeah, of course.
We just didn't talk about it out loud, but you were taught that.
5 hours.
When it comes
Well,
to
that
when it
means
comes
we
to
were all-
sleeping, though, I'd like to imagine I want to let them sleep a little bit. Just because this is a funky first scenario, we could take shifts sleeping, like when you're not on duty. But for
Yeah.
this first bit, everybody
that's
wants to
fine.
kind of sleep.
Janet Tammy never fell asleep, so she's done.
That's true.
She's just
So we've
sitting on her bed,
done.
Basically.
So,
makes a little flower.
so you've been sitting here for 4
Pulls out the
hours.
petals.
I learned you good.
Die.
She's murdered. She's murdered.
She's in a cult. She's not in a cult.
God damn.
So for the first one, I'm gonna.
You're gonna-
Well, why don't you why don't you go get Janet Tammy and bring her out here? Maybe I should. I mean, you've known her for the longest, right?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Should we?
You guys
should
are
we-
pals.
Should we give her some time or any more time?
I don't know if is she asleep? I don't know.
I guess I can go find
I
out.
feel like it's best not to sit there and dwell on it, but kind of like have something to distract you.
I guess that's fair. I can understand that. I'll go check on her.
Yeah, I'll keep her company and distract her with my charm
I don't.
You know that.
and friendship.
Okay, you could have said that any numerous ways.
Aren't I full of radiant friendship? And
If I were to name a list of your qualities, charm would not be one of them.
that's fair.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'll go to Jen.
Yeah.
Who is it? I knocked on Janet Tammy's door.
We're in
We
the
share a
same
room.
Oh, I thought you left the room though, because.
No, I went back.
Oh, you went back.
It's
Hey,
late night time.
it's Monolith. I'm here for Jan and Tammy.
I look over at Janet Tammy.
Yeah, Monolith? Oh, is it my turn?
Well, there has to be 2 of us. So I think you're gonna do your turn with Zeph,
Alright, that's fine.
and get any more knowledge.
Janet Tammy stands up and walks out. Thanks, Monolith. I'll see you later.
Yeah. See you later. How you feeling?
Fine, why?
No reason. I guess. I'm gonna go to my room. Have fun.
Alright, good night, sweet dreams.
Yeah.
Casey goes back to bed.
Hey, Zeth, my turn?
Yeah, something like that. Yep. You know, it's
Everyone's real awkward.
it's my duty as the captain to make sure everybody's doing all right. So, how are you?
Oh God!
Well,
The charm just flows out of her.
how are you, kid?
Punches you in the face.
Jada Timmy hits back. She's like,
Would that actually
You, like,
hurt
look-
her?
I'm sure the wheel
Breaks his nose.
I mean, what? You have a strength of what? 20?
yeah.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Strength of a lot.
It'd be like 1 plus. You never
I
deal
take
6
1 point.
damage.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'm doing great. Why do people keep asking me?
Well, yeah, it's because everybody, you know.
I love
Yeah.
it. Like, well, it's because of
family is tough, you know, and
I get it. I see. I understand now.
Get it?
yeah. No, Casey mentioned that, you know.
Oh, I forgot that nobody knew, that she didn't know that everybody knew.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
that was
and,
really-
and Zeph
that was
doesn't,
really
Zeph
accurate.
doesn't know that.
Yes.
because she's an idiot. So.
I didn't know Casey was gonna tell everybody, but
Oh, is that bad? Just kidding. I don't know. I have no idea. Is that out of the bag? Is that too late to go
it's a
back to?
little. I mean,
Yeah. All right.
but I'm fine. Just trying to gather my information, I suppose.
Well, you know, they say it's best not to make assumptions until you know the full picture. So maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
I don't think it is. My mama would never hurt anybody.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if I know you, you know, you're just so gentle. So
I got yelled at last time I said something like that.
yeah,
By Zeph.
I couldn't. Definitely
That's a hypocrite.
definitely couldn't see that happening.
Yeah. Can we change the subject, please?
Sure. But, I love flying airships. I'm just soaring through the sky.
Mom walks on the beach in an airship.
I only fly my airship on days that end in Y.
But wait, that's every day.
I'd like you to picture just for a second what it feels like to sit in a minute of awkward silence. Because the minute feels like an hour. Janet, Tammy, and Zeph spend about 10 minutes in awkward silence. About the 5-minute mark, I imagine, Zeph goes and decides not to add anything. The awkward silence continues.
And then I ask about the dolphin. How about those dolphins?
Roll for perception.
Did you notice? Do you care?
Can I do it again? I got it. I got
I
it.
mean, what do you roll?
Are you
What do you-
sure?
what do you get?
Can't do it again.
You can never do it again. Never. It's not a thing.
This is
This isn't a one shot.
Can I just keep rolling the dice like it's something I like?
This is season 2.
I want my narrative.
You gotta two.
Yeah, because it's dark out. Of course you don't see the dolphins. So you can answer the question. No, you don't see the dolphins.
What dolphins?
Oh, I'm at the sports team.
Oh, I don't really follow sports.
Roll for transdimensional understanding.
Let me tell
I
you,
got
the
a
ace.
19.
That's not enough. It requires a 40 to understand what happens in other dimensions.
Oh wait, hold on. I forgot I have a plus.
Oh, you put,
3,000.
you put it in strength.
That's rough, buddy.
So, awkward silence, and then tried to fix it with the dolphin
Transdimensional dolphins.
comment.
See their game on CBN?
We'll go ahead and have you guys roll, because during your 4 hours, you spend it in awkward silence, and we're about to find out what else. So, which of you would like to roll? You could either.
Oh, you're not perceptive.
Who has the better wisdom?
This isn't a. This isn't
Me, I actually have a better wisdom score than Janet Tammy. So.
This isn't,
Me too.
I get it. I'm doing. God
just kidding,
damn.
I'm so sorry.
God damn.
I'm sorry. I'm
We
just
love you,
joshing.
Parker.
We love you,
Yeah,
Parker.
whatever.
I'm gonna roll this die.
What was that?
Roll that die!
I think I think it was just my desktop that turned on. But,
That's funny.
It says it's still recording.
That's good.
I might just have to.
We could leave that in. That was exciting.
I like that.
Okay.
Oh, it's pretty exciting.
Is there any chance that we should stop the recording and then patch it together? Or is it probably... I mean,
We're not
we would
recording.
lose...
Well, it says it's recording
Yeah.
here, but I mean, if you want me to make sure.
I believe it.
I trust it. It hasn't done us wrong before, has it?
Never.
Never once.
So you'll be rolling an encounter roll, and the encounter roll doesn't get any kind of modifiers or anything. This won't have anything to do with strength, perception.
Maybe.
Is it a D20?
Yep, and
You'll
there's
roll a
two ways you
dolphin
could do
count.
this. One of you could roll the d20, or together you could each roll a d10 and add the number together. Which
Well, let's do
would,
that one.
Well,
I'm excited.
then there's never going to be
Sit
a
down.
1.
yep.
Oh, that's true.
Or a 20.
You can
Never
never get
getting
one.
the opposite of that. Well, never gonna be a 1.
There's never going to be a 1. Is that bad?
Not for me.
Yep, why should we roll a D20?
The encounter table, Kim, is in zones. There's not like a different encounter for all 20 rolls.
Yeah, but then it would be less likely to get 1 and more likely to get the other.
Well, it depends if it's like 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15.
No, it doesn't depend at all.
And
because
yeah,
one number
you're
is
actually-
completely gone.
That's
No.
cool.
One,
Oh, it rolled
one and
over.
2 cover 10%, and if we're talking about what they're doing, a 1 or a 2, which is in the same zone for my encounters, has the same percentage of coming up.
Yeah.
18.
A 1 is impossible, but there's 2 chances for a 2 to come up that wouldn't normally be there. 18 together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, not together.
Just
They
me.
just rolled an 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then
I rolled an 18 on my D10, which is incredible. I don't know.
Roll for damage.
the evening that you spend together, the remaining 4 hours, is uneventful, and there's nothing else for you to have to look out for.
Except for awkward
The
silence.
one memorable moment that occurs at about the 3 hour and 50-minute mark is in front of you in the darkness. You see a flash of light, and then another, and then several more, and then an entire rainstorm of falling stars drops from the sky. These aren't landing around you. Like, I mean, this is all taking place on the celestial dome above you. But it is just lighting up the sky, and it is overwhelming with its intensity and its unexpected beauty. And that completes your 4 hours.
Dope.
I would say that you guys are about 4 or 5 in the morning. It's not yet anywhere close to where you're going to see the sky begin to change color, but you are lucky enough to have made it through the darkest part of the night.
So, okay, here's my revised plan. We're taking 8-hour shifts, rotating every 4 hours, one person out. How does that sound? Or is that
Oh,
weird?
that's so complicated. Can you take care of that, Jason? That is just so complicated.
So now Janet Tammy's going to continue her 8-hour shift, but I'm going to switch with somebody else. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not that bad, right?
That's fine, right?
I feel like that's sensical.
Maybe you need a schedule.
Someone write up. Someone get a Google
The
fantasy.
airship work schedule.
I mean, you gotta check the glove compartment. Maybe they got like a little schedule on there.
Airship chore wheel.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's kind of cute. There was like a chore. Should we make that
Yes.
for a crafting thing?
Oh my god,
Oh, the chore wheel.
I'm going.
What are you doing?
Zeph goes to fuck to bed. I'm gonna. that's what this chapter is called.
He's doing what to the
No,
The
Zeph,
way you
Zeph
said
has-
that definitely sounded like
Zeph spends an
going-
interesting time going to bed. No,
Like,
I'm gonna knock on the
difference
cargo bay door.
Oh right.
Angel,
Oh,
Where the
it's your
goblins-
turn to do the thing. Make sure we don't all die in our sleep. You know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Am I doing it with someone?
Yeah, Janet Tammy.
I think that
The energy. Energy is heavy.
Yeah.
Just a warning.
He is heavy.
Why don't we make Casey do it? And I'll do the next shit. Because, like,
Casey already ruined Shana Tammy, okay?
then make her fix her.
But you're so charismatic. Alright, we're going to bed. Good luck.
Alright. Angel hesitantly walks out to the thing. To where the thing is.
Yeah, without much effort, you make it up the. There's a set of stairs that are about 5 steps that take you up to the top deck, where you guys stand and look out over the air and the sea. You take those 5 steps, and you're standing up at the same level as Janet Tammy, who has her back to you and has her hand on a crystal that she's moving just a little bit, and the giant steering wheel with her other hand.
Hey, Jan, Tammy.
Oh, hey Angel, how's it going?
You know, could be worse, you know? I'm doing alright, you know, compared to how some people might be doing. How are you?
So smooth. So
Eloquent.
smooth.
Oh, love
Yeah,
that.
it definitely does say Casey up there. That's a bad idea.
Oh god, that was terrible. The suggestion on Jeff. We all make bad choices.
I can't believe you've done this.
So I take it Casey told you to.
Oh, she told the whole ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what?
Casey's got
I
a big
won't
mouth.
cry.
No need to. Nothing to worry about, I'm sure. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't really want to talk about this.
that's fine. Do you
Thank
mind if I
you.
play music while we do this?
I was actually gonna ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
No, but I won't.
Game fear.
You're real good at the words thing, right?
Did you get a telegram?
Sometimes.
Is that another message spell? Sending?
That's how that sounds.
Yeah. It all
alert
comes in
sounds
Morse
at
code.
on the ship, indicating there's a proximity.
Did we get a fax? Is that what that was?
So it looks like air pirates.
Oh, man.
They said in Morse code on paper, we're raiding you. Oh,
Yeah,
stop.
At least they were clear about their intentions.
Yeah.
Wait, we should stop, or you should stop?
Wait,
No,
which one
that's
of us
just
is
the
stopping?
You
It's
send
like
it back.
it's the typed out word stop.
Yeah.
Are you?
It's typed in Morse code, and at the end, the regular letters stop. It's like-
It's like a telegram.
yeah. And then
We're
send
going
one
to
back,
raid you. Stop.
Stop. And then like.
Before my phone ruined everything, we were at a dramatic moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. A question.
Yeah, pretty good with words when writing.
But like, you know how to do the whole writing and the whole reading thing.
I do. Yeah.
Casey gave me a couple of books I've been meaning to check out, and I unfortunately do not hold the intelligence, I suppose, in order to. This is real embarrassing. Read some of the books.
Oh.
I don't know. It's cool. You know what? Never mind. It's not a big
No.
deal.
Do you want me to like read it while you sleep? Like tuck you in, read it a little story?
No, nothing like that. Just I was maybe
Okay.
hoping you could maybe help me read
Sure.
them.
Yeah. Why not? Okay.
Just like
Yeah.
I've got the basics. Like I know how to spell my name pretty good.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's like you got a long name. It's like half the alphabet right there.
Right?
There you go.
There are a lot of A's though. I'm real good at writing A's.
You know what? A's are half the battle.
A's are the battle.
I mean, you ever see how many A's in the average sentence? I mean, you really.
Yeah.
A. It's just like.
That's really good.
It's really
A.
dumb.
Lamau has 2 A's in it. Like, isn't that just wild, guys?
What?
Hey, Lamau.
A. Lamau.
Hey.
Yikes, Grant.
Live, laugh, love only has 1.
That's because it's a cursed sentence and should
Oh
never
man,
be
can the
said.
airship have like something that's live, laugh, love?
Exactly.
Monolith will
Keep on and airship on.
Monolith will channel through the dimensions Grant's hatred of these phrases.
I also hate them. Zeph,
So-
they were on the ship. I don't know why. And Zeph was just like, and literally tossed them overboard.
Thank you.
And
Monolith
watched
is
them
def-
sail to the ground like with a satisfied.
Live, laugh, love. Monolith burnt the whole airship to the ground. Couldn't have it.
So I'm teaching Jan and Tammy how to read.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what's supposed to do.
Only a little bit.
Don't you dare ask for more. Angel will.
Only a tad.
Only a tad.
Ooh, I heard about that.
I was supposed to help you read, but whatever.
Only one book. No, I'm gonna ask Casey to help me read other books later.
Okay.
You don't get all the books, Casey.
That's why I gave them to her.
You don't get all of them. You're not allowed.
I gave her 3 out of my 4 books.
And you don't get all. I'm gonna teach you to read one. It's gonna be
Right,
horrendous.
well,
Know how to read?
I know how to. I mean, about as well as you.
Oh man, Casey and Angel should start like a reading club with the party where they just teach everyone how to read.
Zeph, what's your ability to read?
Adequate.
Okay.
Okay.
You should get together once a week, like on a Wednesday, and call it the Athenium Book Club.
Oh,
That'd be great. You know
What
what would
an
suck
idea.
though? You know what would suck if
What?
someone had class 1 whole month on Wednesdays at 5.
But you know what would be pretty great?
What?
If someone here at the table actually read the book for once and now gets to participate.
Yeah, baby!
Yeah, rat queens!
I feel like people are talking about something that's real and not it's a hypothetical situation within a fantasy world.
If someone were to
I
come
know.
to Campfire Quest, twitch.tv/Campfire Quest at 5 p.m. on Wednesdays, would they run into a book club that's been going on for a few months?
Mayhaps?
Mayhaps, indeed.
Mayhaps.
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 Gasp.
I'm a gasp.
A gasp.
I'm aghast
What's
at
that?
your.
What's that old meme?
You said
all.
a gas-
Which one?
Yeah.
Legasp.
No,
I was
no,
gonna
not
say
rage
like gas,
comics
but I
are
stopped
too
myself
old.
because I don't.
Too old?
Stop.
I mean, I feel like it's appropriate to be
No.
ironic now.
No.
No?
Janet, Tammy, Angel,
Yes.
you're both staring out the front window, so this will be with advantage. Each of you roll your d20, and you'll be making a perception roll, a perception check.
I can perceive things.
you perceive?
I can't. Please perceive more.
Advantage. Can't tame the advantage.
No, I roll 1 and Angel rolls 1.
14?
I got an 11. We rolled the same thing.
Imperceivable.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Nice rolls. Now what are you talking about?
Books.
Reading.
Cool.
And now this one's a tiger.
Oh. I don't really understand what it's saying here under the bit about the tiger, though.
It's... Oh, shit, I don't know anything about tigers. Why did I name a tiger? It says they are baddies.
Wow.
I don't.
Doesn't.
That doesn't look like a
I don't
bee.
see why it can't. Do you see a physical book here?
That's
In
true.
the canon of this world, there's a book about tigers that says tigers are baddies.
Tigers are baddies.
They are
Tigers are
baddies.
thoughties.
It also says they are
Dumb.
so thick.
Oh my god.
Just like, oh no, I was gonna make a Tony the Tiger joke. Remember when people?
Oh, this is going to weird places now.
We're done.
What if it was
You
like
did
a,
this. You
Bit
chose
done,
this.
bit done.
You chose this.
Bit
Caleb.
over. Bit is over.
What if Tony the Tiger, instead of saying they're great, he said they're thick, but like in his
So anyway, continue.
Janet Tammy
So,
is gonna
no?
look at the tiger and she's gonna okay, Angel.
We're done with this bit.
Okay,
But guys, tiger.
We're not entertaining your bits anymore.
I turned into a tiger.
No more.
Oh shit! You're a tiger. That's gonna come really handy in combat.
As a
Rawr,
tiger,
I
it's
can't
clear that you are a baddie.
Is she filled with villainous thoughts?
Well, it's hard to tell what she's thinking, but she's got the form that could execute all the villainous thoughts that anybody could hold in their heads, unless it involved pulling like triggers and stuff. Because pause.
Yeah. Pause.
Yeah.
Janet Tammy, now that it's the end of their shift, is gonna paw Angel a little
Tammy.
bit and she's gonna catly call her over
Head
and
pats.
she's gonna walk over to, I don't know, Monolith, who hasn't taken a shift, Casey. And she's gonna be like, as a tiger.
Clang, clang.
Oh my god!
Looking at scenario.
Janet, Sammy, is that you? Okay.
I don't think that's what a tiger sounds like.
You don't know what tigers sound like.
I
They actually use tiger noises as opposed to lion noises in The Lion King because lions don't sound very good, but tigers sound very good.
What did
tiger sounds.
True fact, but you were in big conversation, and I believe the last thing you said was to Casey, and you said meow. Rebuttal.
Okay. I see. Just give me a second.
Is Casey not a morning person?
I don't think
Just gotta
anyone in
give
this
her a
party
second.
is.
Depends on the tiger.
That's fair.
I mean, when she's woken up by a tiger over her face.
But I'd be considered meow.
What is she right now?
Tiger.
Why does she know that? She's from the ocean, dude. She's from the fucking ocean.
Don't be
Are
insensitive.
you asking me? So have you left the room and you're?
No, I'm still in my bed. I'm sad.
I told you to come with me. She's from the ocean.
Oh, I can wait. That's
Because
right.
I'm a tiger.
She-
and I was like, this is
she's-
fun.
That'd be pretty wild. Just a tiger? Yeah. Alright. She's a tiger, you know.
My baddies.
Casey rolls out of bed unintentionally as the ship lists to the starboard.
Angel runs back.
Downward motion from the ship, and you run back, and you know how to fly. You realize that the crystals aren't in the right place. You move the hot and cold crystal, grab the steering wheel, and the ship slowly rights itself. You ran up by yourself, and there's still a Cat and a Casey conversation occurring.
I will pet Jen and Sammy.
From the floor where you fell.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll get up. I see you've been reading a little bit. That's good. Okay, what am I doing?
I'm a cat. I can't talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Angel doesn't care about if people stay asleep. It's your shift!
Can you hear me?
Maybe Angel just wants to yell, it's your shift. You don't know.
You could be like, hurry up.
Yeah, okay. Hurry up!
Okay. Again, if you need anything, just let me know. I hope you're doing alright.
Janet Tammy opens Monolith's door with her cat paws and lays down at the end of his bed.
When I wake up?
Let's see. Let's test your sleeping constitution.
Ooh. So constitution?
Constitute your sleep.
Is that what you're sneakily telling me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I won't bring attention to it since it was so sneaky.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I'll not mention a DC. I'll just keep it in my head.
Ooh, I got an 18. Is that good or bad?
Well, you slept right through it. Apparently, with that, you could sleep through an airship tilting to the starboard.
Yeah, that too.
So you keep snoring. Tiger curls up at your feet and falls asleep.
Not for much longer, but you know.
Yeah. I would just like to give everybody the mental image. I'm sure we've all seen the video of the tiger who had a caregiver years ago that came to visit it, and when it sees it, it recognizes the person and goes all lovey-dovey and does the big tiger hugs. Yeah. Right. It's a tearjerker of a video clip. And anytime I pictured Janet Tammy talking to Casey or even Angel at the very beginning, it was that same lovable tiger like,
Will we link the video in the description?
I absolutely will, down in the description.
Down in the description below.
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you go to my giveaway in the description below, you win yourself 500.
If you go to our
bucks.
Patreon channel, we're posting the video.
Yep. And we beg you to use the Campfire Quest discount code at NatureBox.
Yep.
Yes.
Correct.
And honey.
Don't try that. It's not there.
No, we
don't
don't
try
have
that
one.
code.
Yet.
And honestly, what are you doing with NatureBox? If they haven't paid us, you shouldn't buy their product. But as soon as they do,
they
you
don't
definitely
support
should.
small business. And we're a small business.
They don't support people who can't do anything for them. They're such jerks.
Yeah.
Where were we? You're curled up. You're still asleep. And you're keeping the ship from falling into the sea. Good job.
Yeah!
You dropped to about 370 feet, and you slowly climbed back up to the 400-foot mark, and that's where you're sailing at. And Casey, what's your decision? Did you leave your comfy bed and head up to the deck?
Yeah. I'll shut the door behind Janet Tanner when she goes into Marla's room.
Okay.
And I'll shut my door and I'll go up.
So, as we're going through these shifts, you are now fully rested. You got your 8 hours.
Yeah.
You're halfway through a 4. You are also halfway through a 4. You got 4 and then got up.
16.
Okay.
No, I got 2.
No, she got 8.
2 shifts?
Angel
Yeah.
has
Okay.
got for 8 hours.
Shift. This is 4th shift.
Okay.
He had a full 8 hours.
Wait, what?
No.
No, I would have only
No?
gotten 2 hours. Because the first shift was.
The first
you and
shift was
Janet.
me and
For
Monolith.
4 hours.
Oh!
There we
That
Definitely
is
would have gotten 4 hours.
correct!
Meaning Monolith has also
I
not been
got
sleeping for 8 hours.
6 hours?
I'll get.
As of now, you've been sleeping for 8 hours.
go.
Right at the end of their shift, sorry. Right?
Yeah, at the end of the upcoming shift. He's in the middle. He's
Right.
just now finishing his
Right.
4 hours.
Exactly.
So click yours. You've got all your strength back. You've got all your strength back. You don't.
No, wait.
Do you?
Monolith does. He did the first shift,
And then he slept for 2 shifts just
and then
now.
he just slept for 2.
Well,
because
the
2
only-
shifts, 3 shifts have
Who's
passed.
the second shift?
I was.
With
Janet, Tammy,
Zeph.
and Janet. The 2 of us. And then
okay,
the 2
third
of them.
shift is right there. I was.
So now
losing a
now
shift.
the 4th shift is starting.
I shall long rest.
Then that adds one more person right here that has a complete rest. And those of you that have not yet clicked the button and you still are potentially hurt or missing things are the 2 of you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And you're sleeping now and you're awake.
Luckily, I didn't use anything in the last day, so I'm pretty solid.
That's cool. Just want to be ready for
For a
those.
Sky Pirate attack.
Whatever, got to be prepared for whatever it might be.
Yep.
Casey, your passive perception isn't as amazing as I thought it was before. I used to think you're at 12?
13.
Okay. As you approach the controls, you find Angel by himself, holding onto the wheel with both hands. The temperature controls seem to be just right, and so now it's just a matter of steering and regaining a little bit of elevation. And you look at his, medium frame, well dressed, and all of the Angel things that you know about Angel are right there, and you're just kind of absorbing what you know and what you're seeing. And that's probably why at first you didn't even recognize down in front of you the plume of smoke coming up off the water. It seems like the kind of thing that would be noticeable immediately, and it's almost confusing why Angel's not noticing it. Angel is so focused on getting back to that 400-foot mark that he's pulling back on the yoke and trying to get that little bit of elevation. And what you're seeing is a smudge of smoke coming up off the water from what looks like a ship about 400 feet below you. And obviously not below you, but below and in front of you.
I do not have dark vision. I don't know if that changed.
Daylight right now. The sun's come up.
Got it.
I should have said it's a beautiful thing. I just can't explain how beautiful it is to wake up at that elevation and watch the sun come up from behind the lip of the earth. It's astounding. And you didn't get to see it. You just came out in the blue, bright yellow sky. The people that were awake for the shift were Tiger, Janatami, and Angel. So here we are in the bright daylight. Again, maybe another reason Angel wasn't focused on looking at the water surface. You get the impression that it's a ship of sails, and it might be that the sails themselves are on fire.
Oh.
Lame.
Angel, can you ride low, please?
Water pirates.
Why?
I think there's a ship underneath us that's on fire.
You see it now.
That doesn't sound. Oh. Well, is that our problem?
It can be.
Okay. And Angel goes lower, I guess.
How can we try and get like right above it, as close as we can without hitting it at all?
Or getting caught.
Absolutely, you can try to navigate to just above it. This'll be very basic. This is like, I'm going to jump across this creek, and you roll to see if you fall in the water or not. You can probably do this, but we just need to make sure you're not going to trip.
Can I assist her? Be like
You're definitely right there.
Yeah, no, come back. Oh wait, no. Yeah, no, yeah.
Keep
Like
going.
when you're trying
keep
to
going.
parallel park for
You're
the first
good.
time.
You're good. You're good.
Stop!
You're good.
I said
You're
stop!
good.
Stop! I said stop!
And I got to tell you, there's the two teachers that taught you,
You fool.
Zeph. I mean, you're asleep now, but when they taught you 2 days ago and they explained to you, you need 2 people, unless there's an emergency, you need 2 people at the wheel. It was essentially for this kind of maneuvering. A spotting person is almost essential. Obviously, if there's an emergency, you're just trying to survive. But in normal operations, this is what you'd want to be doing. And that's why every time you do this, you guys each get to roll. It's not one person with advantage. You're both helping.
Nice.
What am I rolling for then?
Oh, this is going to be a dex.
What are we adding?
Dexterity.
That's a 20.
Anything specific with dexterity?
No,
Or
I'm
just
sorry.
dex?
Yeah.
23 for me.
serviceable.
Oh, nice.
It's 11.
Okay, Casey's groggy. Just woke up. Had some sleep in the eyes.
Yeah.
A little freaked out by the shit, maybe. Really, you're just speaking, which makes more sense. You're verbalizing what needs to be done. Angel, you're the one who's being dexterous, and you're able to maneuver in a very effective way. You finish this, and you're definitely maybe not concerned about the people on the boat, but you're aware there's a fire directly beneath you. The smoke begins to get kind of thick and roil up around the airship and obscure some of your windows to a degree. But you are now, let's say, 30 feet above the topmost part of this ship that's on fire.
Okay, I will look over the edge. Do I see anything?
Yes. Investigation just for the sake of wondering how much you see. There's a lot of smoke, a lot to obscure.
Ooh. 19.
Yeah, but smoke doesn't get in your eyes. You have no problem seeing. You're able to look down and you make out a 35 to 42 foot wooden ship. 3 masts, and 2 of them have sails that are not on fire. And the one in the front, the mizzen mast, is on fire. The flames have engulfed the entire set of sails, and some of the ropes are on fire, and it looks like it's moving towards the other sails, towards the back of the ship. Scurrying around on the deck, you count... What'd you roll?
19.
Yeah, on the deck you count 10 individuals that are scurrying around. 1 individual that's standing at the bow and shouting, and there's a small boat off to the side with 4 individuals in it, and it looks like they're beckoning people.
Okay. As soon as that happens, I saw the guy that was like talking to everybody, trying to like navigate people.
Mm-hmm.
I will. As soon as that happens, I will run back to my room and pick up my satchel and the bag of rope, and then I'll come over back to where I was. While that happens, I will cast sending to the guy that was talking to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We're above you. We're not trying to attack you. We're just going to come down and help as much as we can. I don't know how much we're going to be able to help, though. And then she'll run back and get the rope.
The next 25 words that you hear replying to your message are not directed at you, but you hear them as if they were speaking and they get sent to you. And the words are, fire, get the water, 2 more ships, 2 more longboats in the water as soon as you can, and for the love of God, make sure it doesn't get to the oh, no, they finished the word, powder.
Oh, okay. I will.
Oh no!
The part where we explode the
Hey,
dark
Angel,
radius.
can you go wake them up, please? She will start tying one end of the rope to something above. I don't know what. Is there anything that I can like tie it to?
Are you talking about on the airship? Yeah,
Yeah.
plenty of things.
Okay, I
plenty
will
of places.
No.
tie it
It's
to something,
completely smooth.
and then I'll throw the bag that has the endless rope in it. I'll just throw it over to try and hit the ship below us.
That's interesting.
And then when that happens, when I hear it hit,
catches on
I'm going to
fire.
try and jump over and then shimmy down the rope.
Yeah, we're going to do athletics because that's awesome, and I love the thought of everything that's happening.
What if the bag of rope catches on fire?
I'll let you keep that one.
Athletics. That is a 17.
You're effective. let me mention an issue that you have that you overcome with that roll in particular. Angel has parked directly above this heat source, and the flames are rising higher and higher, and the rising hot air is affecting the air inside the dirigible itself, and it's moving you. Angel's putting a lot of effort into trying to maintain it. Would you like to stay there, or do you want to reposition yourself on one side or the other?
Yeah, Angel's gonna try and move the ship to, like, parallel, but you know what I mean? Like, the ship's here, airship's here. And then also say, I can't move to wake everyone up, because last time I ran away from this thing, or walked away from the steering, he nearly died.
Okay. On my way down, I will cast Sending to Monolith. Hey, Monolith, I need you to wake up. I don't know if you can hear me now, but I need you to wake up. There are people below us that are on fire.
Sleeping Constitution?
It was real high. Do I gotta do it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a new one. It's a new one.
Please wake up.
Let's see how well I roll.
Plus 9 on sleep.
Oh, it's cocked. It would have been great because it was a 4, but it was cocked.
What an honest player.
11 plus 2. 13.
Is this your second sleep or your first 4-hour block?
This is like my 12-hour block.
Yeah, then you wake up.
Okay.
You wake up from the message. You heard his message, and you are able, as you know now, to reply to it.
What? Wait, hold on. What were you saying? Oh, you can't say nothing.
25.
Oh, a tiger!
No, Jan and Tammy's back to Jan and Tammy.
So
you just curl them by feet?
This is still the beginning of their watch, right? How long has their watch been going on? Like literally
If
just
it's
began.
been less than an hour, then I'm still Tiger. But if it's past an hour, I'm no longer Tiger.
Has it been
Like Casey walked on deck and
this
saw.
is the beginning. You had just
You're
walked
still a
in.
tiger.
Well, how much sleep have you had? Because that affected the
8
DC.
hours.
I had
You had
over.
8.
This would be like my 9th hour had they done that.
Okay, you could have woken up the same way that Casey just woke up. I thought that was the case.
Yeah.
Then the all that still stays the same, except you're not. You are a tiger. That's the only difference. And action.
Was that 25 words? Close enough. I'm just gonna. Now that I notice there's a tiger, I'm gonna be like, "Oh my god! Oh my! Hey, what are you doing in here? I swear, where are my swords? Where are my swords? Oh my! Guys, there's a tiger in my room! Guys, there's a tiger in my room!"
Can
Do I
I hear
wake
that?
up?
There's nothing anybody can do about that.
Yeah, I would say that you hardly even. I'm not even going to make you roll because you just laid your head down.
And then
You're awake
Oh, cool.
Janet Caddy.
Jan and Tammy walks out.
as a tiger.
Yeah.
Janet, Tammy, I'm gonna stab you. I gotta swing. I gotta swing at the tiger.
All right, you get an attack of opportunity because the tiger's retreating.
Would I
Are you armed in your sleep?
Screaming?
I mean, why
You're
wouldn't I
sleeping
be?
by yourself in a cargo hold.
It is Monolith.
Monolith
No,
is
I'm
a
staring.
psychopath. so-
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
He just
Sorry.
thinks. He thinks good.
Yes, you would have.
Monolith! It's Jan and Tammy!
I'm already swinging, man.
Alright.
I'm gonna hear that mid swing and be like,
As it pierces flesh. Oh wait,
Yeah.
shit. Oh boy.
"Oof, that's above 20." Is that
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
Tiger
Okay.
AC.
Roll for damage, baby.
Janet Tammy dies.
hit? 7 damage. 7 tiger damage.
Jan and Tammy immediately turns back into Jan and Tammy, and she's like, Monolith, what the hell?
Nope, I'm sorry. You're still a tiger.
I
You took 7 points of damage as a tiger.
No, I know. I changed back.
Oh, you
personally-
changed?
Okay.
Yeah,
So sorry.
change back into
You used your action. Okay.
bonus action.
Bonus
but yes.
action.
Yeah, excuse you.
Excuse the heck out of me.
Monolith, what the hell?
What do you mean, what the hell? What the hell? You can't turn into a tiger and sleep at my feet without warning me.
What other person can turn into animals?
It doesn't
On
matter.
this shit.
It doesn't matter what other person can turn into animals. I just woke up. I don't have the capacity to think.
We're in.
We got this shit from somebody we don't know. Maybe they stole a tiger on board. I don't know.
Monolith, you're right. This is not bad. Can we do some? Can we just go, please?
Yeah, no, there's a flaming ship underneath us or something. We're trying to help. I don't know. I got a
Jim
message.
Timmy goes to wake up Zeph.
I got a message from Casey.
Yes, Monolith. Sorry.
I'm gonna go.
The alarm is being sounded on the ship, and people are being woken up as Casey descends at a very rapid rate. Incredibly good job with the. Yeah, you do that leg wrap, and you're able to slide the vast majority of it by slowing yourself a little bit here and there.
Oh, your skin is destroyed.
No. It's you go at the right speed to keep you don't get those horrible PE blisters that we all got at one point or another. Yeah.
Yep.
You survive that. This is the fantasy world where you don't get those horrible things.
Or have PE.
You make it all the way.
He said don't have those horrible things.
PE was already included.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
like
this fantasy world has
like
Kraken
Jim.
and dragons, but no PE. So
No
Aw.
PE.
I kind of like gym class.
Okay.
Alright, you
Hey, Grant.
I had a good time. I mean, that's understandable, but
You got to do it up here.
the camera can't see
Oh,
it.
sorry.
You dingus.
How's that?
It's good. I just, gym class was fun.
Yeah, okay.
It was a good time.
What's it like to be wrong?
I don't know.
Gym
All
class.
What's it like to have high cholesterol, guys?
Are you waking me up?
the medicine's expensive.
Oh, my door's locked for sure. What?
Wake up!
Why?
Wake up!
Why?
Wake up!
Why?
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake
What's
up!
the issue?
And I'll show you the issue.
I'd rather not.
There's a boat on fire. I actually really don't understand.
Is it our boat?
I don't know.
I'll move
Alright,
that.
fine. Okay.
Monolith is also with Zeph. Like, who are these people?
I don't know what's going on.
I come in. That's it. No, continue scene. I've arrived.
Okay.
You can do the scene now.
So Angel, what's going on? Why are we?
What's on fire?
There's a burning ship down there, and I said, why is it our problem? And then Casey said, it can be our problem. And that was so vague and ominous, I just listened to her and pulled down.
That doesn't make any sense. Why don't we just keep going? I mean, I guess there's
Oh,
stuff on
wait.
there.
Are they by themselves? Are they stuck?
The loot, Mom.
They look.
That's true. There are things on that boat. We could get some things.
It's on fire.
Hey, do we remember?
Yeah, but I mean, we set the fire out. They'll have to reward us, right?
I don't know if that's how it
Swim,
works.
fly.
Well, they better reward us if we help them put out the fire. They would die otherwise.
Hey, Casey's halfway down. We could just leave.
We could just leave and then.
I'm
Is that a-
kidding.
wait.
I'm
We
not-
If
I just want to say that
if we started
Zeph gives like a
flying-
real like.
if we started flying
Guys,
away,
we cannot leave
then-
Casey.
What are you-
We cannot
no.
leave
We would not.
Casey.
We wouldn't leave
We
Casey.
wouldn't have to
They-
stop for burning ships anymore.
We wouldn't leave Casey. Casey's on the rope. So what if we just
right.
put up a little higher? You know?
All right, well I'll be down. I'll see you guys in a minute. I just jumped down the rope. I just started climbing the
You
rope.
just jump off.
Just
Jam Tammy goes down after.
Who dives?
That was really good.
nobody died.
Nobody died.
Nobody died.
I saw a lot of diving miming, but okay. So we
Minor
currently
illusion,
have
10.
3 people on the rope. Casey's the closest to the ship. Zeph is not nearly as close, way up closer to the top of the
If only
airship.
my wings were actually
descending
wings.
quickly. Yeah,
How
right?
convenient that would be.
If only you weren't so evil. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what your deal is.
I don't know either. That's a good
You're
question.
evil.
And I believe we've got a incredibly tall half-orc just above Zeph climbing down the rope also. Casey, you reach the deck of the ship first. You land right next to your bag of rope. And around you is chaos. The people running around aren't taking notice of you. They're not taking notice of the giant airship floating above them. They are taking notice of the flames, which have now engulfed the second mast of sails. And you see half the crew on the third mast quickly trying to pull the sails down so that the flames don't catch them. And you see that failing horrible as flame jumps to the third mast and begins to engulf the sails that you see there. You see 2 people that are moving barrels from the side of the ship and pushing them off into the sea, right off the edge of the ship into the water. And that's what you're seeing from the deck of the ship. The person that you messaged with is visible. You landed at the midsection, and the person that is directing everybody is up near the bow. And when you see them up there, you are able to tell immediately that this is a female captain, a human, and she looks to be very old. She looks like an old lady that should be sitting on a rocking chair in front of her house and yelling at the kids to get off of her lawn. But instead, she's standing on the bow of a burning ship and yelling at her crew to save their lives by getting the dangerous material away from the flames.
Druidcraft cannot put out large fires, but it can put out small, tiny fires. So
You want to put out 20 tiny small fires?
I mean, it's a cantrip, so I don't know if we're going into initiative or anything. I don't think so. But like, while she's going down, if she passes any like small fires, she's just gonna be like.
I understand. It's a fun thing to even visualize. You basically have fire extinguisher hands, and you're going around just doing little zaps where you can. The big stuff is completely out of your realm, but that little piece of burning rope that just fell, yeah, that helps stem the tide a little bit.
Can I walk towards the captain?
Come on.
I'm waiting for my turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Go
You
for
got
it.
on the ship first, technically, actually. So
No, go for it.
okay.
There you go.
I walk towards the captain.
I need to go down the rope.
And I'll put a little bit of rouge on my face and cast friends.
Yeah.
And I'll say, "Hey, Captain, what can we do to help?"
You see her angry, concerned face soften just a little bit, and her eyes focus on you in a way that you can tell they weren't intending to. And she smiles a little bit. She says, "Hey, well, we don't want to die, so we're just trying to get everybody to safety. And what are you doing here? Are you safe? We need to make sure you're safe too."
Oh, we're fine. We're from the airship. It's flying above you. We're just trying to figure out how best to help you not die, I guess. That seems like most relevant.
Well, we were going to put the flames out, but there's no way. We're trying to get everybody on the boats now, and we're trying to get the barrels away from the flames before anything really bad
What's in
happens.
the barrels?
It's this sand that explodes when fire touches
Sand
it.
that
So,
explodes.
yep.
When fire touches it?
Yeah, it's bad stuff.
And the ship's on fire.
You see the problem. We can't even get away in our lifeboats far enough. I don't think we'd survive this.
All right, hey guys, let's get out of here. It's been good. No, that doesn't happen. Zeph is shit. All right, where do you keep the explosive sand?
It's up at the front. We're getting the barrels out right now. You look up towards the front and you see what Casey saw, which was two individuals moving barrels while almost everybody else is trying to deal with the flames.
I'm gonna move gunpowder.
Okay. What is this gunpowder you speak of?
Fire sand.
Fire sand? Okay.
I love fire sand.
Boom, 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 sand.
Yeah.
Jan,
Monolith wants to go down the rope.
heading down the rope.
Is there a parking brake?
I'm going to stop you there and go, no. Go.
Okay.
Okay, so
Angel's
first thing I want to
kinda
do
stuck there.
is cut the rope, put the bag back in my satchel.
Thank you. I get so uncomfortable when I feel like you're going to lose your bag of rope. Go ahead.
Hell no, I am not losing that.
That's my retirement.
Honestly, I will
make a
cut the
rope
rope,
factory.
put the bag with the rope back into my satchel. I will run over. I will cast Wall of Water right where the fire is on the sail. As soon as that happens, I will jump into the water. I don't know how much more I can do.
Let's deal with your wall of water because I want to make sure I give it the appropriate amount of badassery. It goes 30 feet tall.
Big cube.
No, 10 feet high, 30 feet long.
Oh, okay, okay.
Can you do it sideways?
What?
Can you do it sideways?
It literally tells you the way you can do it.
Okay, 30 feet.
I'll let you do semantics with your feet, but I'm not going to let you rearrange a wall of water.
30 feet long
I mean, just
and 10 feet high or 20 foot by 20
Just
foot.
like rotate.
Okay, yeah.
And I can do it in a circle.
You probably choose, right, and you probably
Make
choose
sure we'll shift.
the 20-foot
We'll shift.
high one, and you
Like-
probably make it a circle around the
which
mast.
one's the one?
Yeah.
Is that what you're...
Trying
Am I
to-
putting words in your mouth?
I mean, I want to hit it with the
different
water. I want to hit the fire with the water.
yeah.
But if there's a way
It's just
that I
Photoshop 'cause they
can
hate
both hit the water with the fire and encapsulate it so it doesn't spread, then yes.
Yep. So I definitely know what you're trying to do, and you're doing this at the middle mast, or the fore, or the back, or the aft. It's back and aft.
The whichever one is
Front barrel.
closest to where they're shooting off the barrels, I will cast it there, so it like stops there.
Okay, that's you're going to be at the rearmost mast, and it's the one that just recently caught on fire. And when you shoot the wall of water up, it goes high enough to be able to douse the flames on that entire mast. The flames are still burning brightly on the first and second one. They've crept down the mast almost to the deck, and there's dripping bits that Janet Tammy hasn't put out yet. And all those little flaming bits are still causing the problems, but there's a little bit more cushion between the explosive fire sand and the flames.
Okay, and then
Let's have you jump in the water, and what would you be doing next? Because we'll freeze you there.
I will look for large aquatic animals.
Okay, so when we get back, you're going to remind me that you have been searching for large aquatic animals.
Yes.
Okay.
Big.
And
See our level
Like
of the whale.
big.
you were up next. You were starting.
Yes.
Because we're not in combat, but we are taking. We're doing helpful turns.
Could I take a?
Me next.
Deal.
I don't know. I just. Is there a way of telling if there's no hope for this ship or not? Like, can I tell by looking around that this ship is done for?
Well, I'll let you
Wall
make a
water
roll
might
for
help.
it, and we're gonna call it a.
Now it's just a sinking ship.
Yeah, I was about to say the wall of water. Great for the fire, bad for
Can you
sinking.
please say perception?
No, because it just sits there.
It just sits there.
It just sits there.
Ah. What about when
Can you
when you're
not
done?
say
When it's done, does it
This
like
is gonna be some type of intelligence.
Yeah.
Can you
so bad for sinking?
But I can just.
can you do nature?
like
That looks
Moses.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure this is a nature check. Obviously.
Everybody knows wild boats.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go with investigation. I want to use something that has. You just have no experience with
That's not
ships.
gonna.
So
It's not gonna happen. Just
I like it when the rolls match the reality. You have no idea. You're a country girl. You're on a ship that's
It's a
on
boat.
fire in the middle of the ocean.
it's a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Can I walk up to the captain then and be like, "Is there any hope for the ship? Do we need to get how quickly do we need to get the people off of here?" Hi, my name's Janet Tammy Wisdom, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet you.
She seems a little concerned about you just showing up. She's got this really friendly relationship with the individual standing in front of her, and you seem.
No,
a little
I'm fucking gone.
off-putting.
I booked it. I'm helping. Shit! Oh, that stuff explodes!
The figure that had been in front of her. You cast no spell of friendship on her, but she is willing to take help from just about any giant 6'10" half-orc that runs up to offer it. And your question was?
Do we need to get the people off this ship right now, or is there a way to? I'm sorry.
It's hard to tell if the fire gets to the fire sand, we're dead. The ship's gone.
But if the fire's gone, you can still fly. You can still sail the ship.
Well, we won't sink. I'm not sure. We might have to row. We might have to float. But right now, I'm worried about not having a ship and not having any way to get back to land 2 days.
Damn, this prepping spells thing really put me under. Or I cannot use any of the spell abilities. Man, thank you.
Especially since you can't get me spells.
Yeah. Get ripped.
Did we learn maybe about elephants in that book and water? You know,
Just snort water.
I mean, we learned about tigers.
Are you asking me if you learned about them?
Yeah.
You knew about elephants before.
Did I?
Can it
Did you?
elephants are really heavy.
Yeah, I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying you know what they are.
No, I was just like making a note. I was making a note.
Just a general
Just a
conversation
general
starter.
Yeah.
Can I?
Elephant heavy.
I'm so
they can
ready.
swim though, right?
Can I climb
can.
up the rope?
They're pretty good swimmers.
And can I pull
Very
out my
intelligent.
what the hell is it called? The thing that holds water. Can I hold
Canteen?
my water sack of infinity and then
Water skin?
You can, and it's a good start. It's a good thought. What comes out is essentially you turning on a garden hose and trying to put on a fire, trying to put out a house fire. There's just
Is it not-
you really, yeah.
Well,
I
If
know.
I make
do a-
more
do a
noise,
combination.
I think if I
Do a combination: the water skin and the magic E.
is it working now? Okay. What if I What if I?
What if you were an
Interesting. So
What if you sunk the ship?
no,
Okay.
Body.
Interesting.
Become a whale. Whales
at
can
this
blow.
point, you notice the flames begin
That's
to
metagaming.
not
I
change.
can't say
Oh,
God damn.
That's the elephant thing. So
Yeah, we're all metagaming right now. Jason,
Well,
is it okay if
we
just
tried.
metagame
Let's
this all the
go.
time? Just all the time.
What's that?
Can we just metagame the whole time now? Just all the time?
You want to start doing that? At that very moment, the mast that's closest to the very front begins to fall.
Is it burning?
Yeah.
Is it falling?
Can she go up to go catch it?
It's falling right now.
Wait, can I? Is it falling towards anyone?
Yeah, it's falling towards the back of the
She's gonna
ship.
try picking it
Can
up and
I-
throw it into the water.
I don't know if this is something I could do. Can I blast it with Eldritch Blast to try to push it so that it falls into the water instead?
I'm gonna guess.
Now there are two men.
I've got a barrel on my shit. Ah!
If that's the one thing you want to try to do, it's almost impossible for Eldritch Blast to behave that way, but there's a slim chance if that's what you want to try to do.
I want to catch it
What's going on?
And you said a thing that you wanted to do,
with my hands.
and
with my hands.
we'll be back in just a second to find out if you found a large animal.
All right. Oh, whale is a CR rating of 3. I don't know if you can turn into whales.
That's
yes
a
or not.
surprisingly
Can
small.
hold
I
person
know. A killer
be
whale.
hold mast?
Nope. Good try.
It was worth a shot.
Did you say
you
a
know?
thing, Jane Tammy?
I want to try and catch it. How big is it? I want to try and catch it.
I don't think the issue is catching it, and no, you couldn't because it's so big. But you're not near it. You climbed up a rope, and you're like above it. You're watching it now begin to fall down towards the. You were
Catch it
up
with my
above
legs.
trying to
Like
dump
swing,
water on
catch
it.
with my legs.
Sure.
What are you doing?
Roll for athletics.
I was just.
Can I do a
fucking
Yeah,
handstand
strength.
and try and
Okay.
catch it between my thick thighs?
Now it's funny. I want to do it.
Thank you for laughing at that.
With strength.
No, this was athletics.
That was really funny.
Thank you.
A form of strength.
You accidentally you use too much strength and you break the mast in half.
13.
Oh
No.
It was nothing.
But it was a valiant effort. Everybody that was looking up thought, she really tried.
Wow, I thought it worked. That would have been cool.
Let's do your Eldritch Blast. Both of you made an attempt at the same moment it began to
I'm
fall.
just blasting it, baby.
Please don't hit me.
I give it the blast.
Don't forget that you have 2 beams.
I'm
'Cause I
double,
forget
I'm
a
double
lot.
blasting her, so I'm
no! Double blast.
shit.
Papa.
You drop the barrel?
No, it's a terrible idea.
It's entirely up to you.
I guess I actually
Just drop the.
I summon the sword and just a normal sword and I just go. So that's also a catalyst. So just,
Let's roll.
I really wish it could be a ranged weapon.
oh, 18 plus 4.
That hits. Do the other one to see if the second one hits, because that'll affect the impact.
Oh boy, 18 plus 4 plus 3. Well, no, it's not as good. 7 plus 3, which is 10, plus 4, which is 14. Yeah. That's
So
it.
roll damage on the first one.
Oh, roll mass damage. It's just funny. This is a D10. Yeah, that's the right one. Here we go. 4 plus 4, so 8. 8 mass damage
For the first one?
for the first of beams. I don't know if the second beam hit. What do we got? 14 for the second beam?
Yeah, that missed.
Okay.
A very interesting thing happened that I did not foresee, which is always fun. You strike the mast right in the middle, and it blasts the beam in half. It's a thick beam, but it's been charred a bit by fire. And now the entire thing, which was aiming to land directly on the fire sand, got blasted in half, and the force of the fall twists it and makes it fold in on top of itself. And it collapses still down the center of the ship, but it goes no further than the edge of the water wall that Casey made not too long ago. So it's now prevented from hitting into the fire sand hold, which is
Oh,
what it was
is that
heading.
going to be like TPK right there?
Well, the ship wasn't going to do well. we were all going to see exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Eldritch Blast saves the day.
Monolith has some questions.
Thanks, Eldritch Blast.
Who's Monolith going to ask?
Monolith's deity and controller Grant is going to ask the all-knowing DM.
I'm liking this. Let's go.
The king of gods. The god asks
The
the king.
kings.
Oh, that's not entirely.
So
I think that's Kathy.
I went down the little rope. I went down the rope and I landed on the ship. I'm guessing there's lots of chaos, seeing as how everyone's dumping buckets on the ship and whatnot. Is there any way to go beneath deck?
Yeah.
Or is it blocked?
You've been on ships before, and you're able to see
you
that this
gonna
one
steal from these
has
people?
a wide open.
No. I swear. Monolith is going to steal.
You're a fucking psycho. The ship's on fire and about to explode.
You guys are taking care of it. I see all the magic.
I don't know if it's really that well taken care of. Let me be honest with you. I'm not very confident.
Monolith ain't very intelligent, all right?
You're right.
None of us are, but we're still helping. You don't see us using that as a crush now, do you?
Well,
Yeah.
Monolith likes objects. He didn't want to have to stop.
As you, if you descend down the steps, when you go down, it gets dark quickly. You're in a bright daylight setting. Then you drop down into a very,
vision
very
goggles.
dark setting, and that helps. That helps immediately. Your day blindness when you step down under the deck is immediately alleviated. You can see that you're standing in a dark and dusty hallway. That's what happens when you let wood decay around you, which is what's happening on this ship. And as you look down the hallway, you see 3 doors on the right, 3 doors on the left, and a big door at the very end. They're all closed.
Okay.
While you're standing there, the middle door on the right opens and somebody emerges and then slams the door behind them and runs past you without even making eye contact, shoving you out of the way.
I'm just gonna... I guess I'll go to the big door at the back, and my goal is just to look for anything. I want to just kind of grab a few things and then go back to helping, so that I am not too suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
You pick the big door at the back?
Yes, I want big door, big objects.
Okay.
Big door, big money.
You go all the way to the big door at the back.
Yes.
And you find a single padlock holding it shut. There's nothing on it except a padlock.
I'm gonna pick it. That's sleight of hand, right?
How many more seconds till the
It
bottom
is.
of the ship explodes, killing Mom?
It's about to be Angel's story now.
We forgot about the fire stand in the. Oh no!
There's fire sand under the big door. Huh? So, could I ask what the challenge rating for this thing is? Because my sleight of hand is really high. And
No.
okay. I'm just checking because
I'm not
Great.
even supposed to tell you
That's
afterwards.
meta. That's meta, Grant.
But I always
Yeah.
I'm just
do.
making sure I have a
Grant,
plus.
that's meta.
No metagaming. Hey. No metagaming.
That's supposed to be a whistle. Do you know how to whistle?
That was a whistle. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll and ignore you guys. I'm stealing things, so back off, okay?
You're rude.
Ooh, that's 27.
That lock falls off. Okay. Falls off.
Gotcha. Whoa, what is happening? I think a cat's playing with my shoe. I can't tell what that feeling is.
Yep, definitely a cat.
Is it Bianca?
I don't know what cat it is. I can only feel it.
She's in a mood. She woke up this morning, went into the bedroom, and just pushed everything off the dresser and was like, "Good morning."
Where'd she go? She's oh my gosh, this is scary. I'm like I'm being attacked and I can't see it. Anyways, I open the door. I look for objects of value that can fit within a bag.
Oh, you were so disappointed. You find objects of giantness. There are barrels and crates. This is the hold. This is where all the stuff is stored. At the far end of this large hold, way at the front or other end, you see light beaming in from an opening above, and you see individuals reaching down and pulling barrels up from where you are. You're standing around some crates that are nailed shut, and there are some tools that are hanging on the walls of the ship, some crowbars and things like that if you wanted to look inside, or obviously you've got doors behind you.
Yeah, I see the people grabbing the barrels. I wouldn't know what those barrels are because I didn't bother to ask. So I just see them grabbing barrels, and I'm like, oh, wow. I'm going to close the door. And then I'm going to go to the other doors.
So,
Is it
just to make it easy, let's always refer to them as you looking at them for the first time. 3 on the right and 3 on the left.
Here's the lizard. That's what the cat's
Oh, I see it. Don't kill the lizard.
Well, it might be a little too late.
Oh, it's under your shoe. It's under your shoe. It's under your shoe.
Oh, don't step
Jason,
down.
pick your shoe up.
Oh no.
Ah! I thought you put it down. I was like, no. If it's a brown anole, then maybe do it. Brown anoles are an invasive species.
Okay, Addie.
Addie's been telling us about this a lot.
You could be into lizards.
Yeah. They're,
Did you grab it?
Yep.
Put it on your ear.
Put it on. Put it. Oh, he's got like fuzzies on his face.
It's because the cat's been eating them for years.
For years.
He was moving though.
Yeah, he's alive. He's
For
very.
now.
He's
He's
very
on a
happy.
fight.
He's like, oh God, thank you. There's no cat.
They're always so happy when they get put on the house plants.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just find carcasses.
Put him outside with more cats.
You just gotta fling him over the fence.
Yeah. You find the bones
Little,
sometimes.
little
yeah.
lizard's like, finally I'm free. He gets set down. He's like, there's more.
What is that? An out of the frying pan into the fire situation?
It's a jungle. Yeah, out of the frying pan into the big ass fire.
Into the fire made of cats?
Into the
'Cause
cat fire.
Cats are what's
Out
fire
of the one
in this
cat pan
analogy.
into the several cat fire.
Yeah, that. Why would you want?
It's literally, I'm trying to figure out what a druid focus is, and it like told me to go to chapter 5, and then I go to chapter 5, and now it's telling me to go to chapter 10. Why doesn't it just tell me what the fuck a druid focus is?
Is
Don't tell me I'm looking.
Monolith going to find valuables?
Find out next time.
Is the ship going to explode?
Find out right now.
We're going to break. We're going to find out today. We're just going to break. Little 10-minute biology break.
Little baby break.
When we get back, we're gonna see what exactly happens and whether or not. Well, 2 questions: whether or not Casey finds a giant sea creature, and if so, what kind. We'll find out when we get right back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much. That was a good break. Probably not the midpoint. We probably don't have more than, I don't know, 10 or 14 people left to save before we wrap for the day. But we just got back from our break where we spent most of it relaxing and talking about how terrified we are of regular everyday things. Like, our doors and people and sleeping and waking up. All very terrifying. So
No,
luckily,
thank you.
luckily we can
I'm
leave
done with
that realm of reality and come to a world of fantasy where when you sleep, you're still in danger.
Woo!
But here we
But
are
like
awake.
fun danger.
Yeah, fun danger.
Yeah.
Exciting.
You
know,
can-
You got
not
options.
real.
Yeah.
You could fight it with magic.
Yeah, I've got a big sword. It makes me feel safe.
I have a spell that makes me not dead.
You
Yeah.
have 3.
We lack all those things here in this reality, so it's nice to play in the fantasy world where we have them.
Took her a second.
As we were going on break,
Stay down with your mouth full.
we had Monolith who was about to decide which door. And obviously, he doesn't have a lot of time here. Hopefully, he can get through a door. He's choosing
Can you get 27?
a
That was
door,
a different door.
Oh, okay.
door on the right, a door on the left, or there's 3 of them. So it's either
I
the
have 6 doors. Can I tell if any of them are locked in those 6? Or
they all look exactly the same, and you recall somebody running out of one, and
Yeah.
it didn't seem like there was even any kind of a door tackle, the kind of thing you'd call a handle or a knob.
I'll go to the other ones.
They all seem about the same.
I'm gonna open the middle one on the left.
Middle left.
Middle left.
Now that is the one where the person ran out earlier.
Not middle left. Left. Left of the middle one. On the left.
So door number 1
Yeah.
on the left. Okay,
I said left, did I not?
you did. My bad. I apologize. Now that I understand what you were saying so clearly, you walk up to the left door.
Of course.
You apply some pressure, and you find it to be spring-loaded somehow. As you push, it seems to have some resistance that will push it back closed. So you open it up, and it makes a noise, and you step in, and if you release the door, shabam, and it slams shut. And you're in darkness with your dark goggles on, your dark vision goggles on. And you look around, and you see that you were in a room with a single bed. It's about as big as the bed that you have on your airship, which for a ship or an airship is a rather large bed. You see a set of drawers next to it and a desk on the opposite side. It's a small room. These few pieces of furniture pretty much fill it. You don't see anything on the wall, but there is one external porthole or window to the outside. It's obscured now with thick smoke, which seems to be almost pouring off of the ship and down onto the the sea.
Does it look like there are any valuables?
It's a very clean room. You might have to open some drawers or look around. You don't see anything sitting out.
I'll do some open drawing.
As you go through the drawers, you find
Welcome back to my drawer opening channel.
you find clothes in each of the 4 drawers. There's 4, and they seem to be divided up by category. To what degree do you ruffle through them?
It's kind of like a Just kind of picking things up, looking at the bottom, make sure there's nothing hidden underneath the clothes.
Yeah. Then I'll have you roll an investigation roll.
Great, I'm awful at these.
Use your tiny one.
Yeah,
That's
baby
that's like a druid with no wisdom.
Hey.
I just wanted to get in on the fun.
Everybody bullies me. Everybody was bullying
Nobody's
me last
bullying
night about
you.
Alma, and now everybody's bullying me today about the
Oh, and we were bullying you on Saturday.
And they were bullying me on Saturday.
What did we do Saturday?
I don't remember.
Dwarf.
Dwarf. That's true. We did.
Oh, we had Saturday night sleepover on Saturday.
Yeah.
Forgot it. Sorry.
Dwarf.
I was thinking that was like last weekend.
Okay.
A druid dwarf with no
Technically, it
wisdom.
was last
Stop.
Anyways, I'm rolling investigation.
The passage of
Here
time.
comes my
alright.
garbage.
Yeah.
Stat? Oh, 14.
weekend. Boy, does it go on.
Total?
Total.
15
minus 1.
Isn't that odd for a rogue?
I don't know the regular stats for rogue.
I mean,
I don't
if you
follow.
read the book, you would know that Dex comes first and
Yeah.
intelligence comes second.
If I had read the book, I would know that. But on the contrary, if I had read the book, I'd be a big nerd, a big loser. I wouldn't have any friends. I'd struggle with social situations.
That's
that
why we
sort
put
of
the ones who read the book.
I can attest to that.
stuff. Yeah. I used to be an extrovert, and then I read the book, and now I can't leave my room.
You keep calling it the gamer cave. It's really weird.
It's very concerning.
Yeah.
This is an intervention.
Yeah.
Actually,
We're very worried about you.
I'm sorry. I read the player's handbook once.
I'm going to read this letter that I wrote to you, explaining my thoughts and feelings on the situation.
Hold on. I'm playing gamer games.
This is exactly what we're talking about.
The drawers that you go through.
Yeah.
At first, it's just closed. You're going kind of quick, maybe spurred on by the sound of screaming above you and crashing and some crackling flame noises. You put all that aside and you focus a little bit harder on the drawers in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't locate a lot that's valuable. This seems to be very utilitarian. You find one silver framed photo or a drawing because, there's no photos in this world. But boy, that drawing, hyper realistic. It looks exactly like an elderly man, and he's old.
Yeah.
That's why I called him elderly.
That'll do it.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
I was wondering.
It's a small little framed photo that's kept under a stack of unmentionables, women's unmentionables. Yeah. Slips and undies.
But didn't you just mention them?
Yeah, but I'm allowed for some reasons.
You said unmentionable, and then you mentioned.
Voldemort.
I can't believe you just did that on live.
Shut the stream down.
Shut it down.
Beetlejuice.
Oh my god! God.
So
I've had enough of
I'm
this
just gonna leave
malarkey.
that.
I don't know about this.
I'm gonna leave that stuff.
Crit one.
The frame and everything. As much as I want to steal things, I don't want to steal somebody's frame. Like, there's a picture there. I'm not a monster.
Okay.
Get the picture out.
So that's the person who went downstairs to steal shit from a burning ship.
Right? It's the best
From a
time to
burning
steal.
ship.
No one will even notice. I'm just gonna leave that one.
That's perhaps one of the most cold-hearted things I've witnessed.
That's cool. You're gonna.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Do you push the drawers back? It doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to get a picture.
Oh yeah, no, I would leave I would put it back as if no one had been there.
And
Too
you
bad it's not going to be existent much
pass
longer.
pass by the bed, pass by the desk, walk out the door, and close the door.
Yeah.
Okay. You close the door and you're back in the hallway again. What do you want to do?
I'd like to search more rooms, but I'd also like to see what's happening on the deck.
Which are you going to do?
Monolith is gonna search more rooms.
Okay, then
Passively.
we're going to have you hang tight, and we'll come back to one of your rooms. I'm going to see if there's anything that Angel flying the airship needs to know.
Do a flip.
Yeah, can I do sick flips while they're...
Do a barrel roll.
Oh wow, guys, look at that!
1 6.
Shouldn't we be putting out the fire?
Are they off the
What?
rope?
Oh no!
Nobody's on the rope.
Nobody's on the rope.
The rope is hanging directly under your ship, and before it was dangling on the deck, but since there's nothing weighting it down and there's no people and no bag, it swung out and it's now dangling directly under the ship. Gravity's making it taut.
Could there be a way to park the ship? Like, in the water? Does it float?
I asked this question. And
Yeah,
I
you did, but I don't know if you got an answer.
Never got an answer. No.
Your instructors never covered a water landing?
Yeah. Is that not a part of the? Did the inflatable slides come out on the sides? Like,
Angel's
Where
gonna...
are our carts with orange juice?
Alright, Angel's gonna make an
Or free
educated
nuts.
guess and say that if
Free nuts.
he accidentally ruins his airship, Zeph will break his nose again. And he just got a new nose. So, he's gonna keep doing what he's doing. Maybe...
Okay.
Nah, no. There's no reason to move. I don't think. We're here.
So you're keeping the airship steady.
Yep.
All right. Casey, you hit the water, and you've been in cold water a lot recently. You're a little excited to finally get in water that's a bit warmer. You don't mind the cold temperatures, but you grew up in a slightly warmer climate, and so this feels a little bit more like home. And the second you hit the water, in the open ocean, the sea life isn't dense. That's near the shore, that's near the bottom, near reefs. But in the open ocean, it's not dense. Be that as it may, somebody like you, getting along with all the creatures as you do, you can sense around you all the small fishes and even some of the larger ones. They're spaced out, but you are surrounded by the occasional small creature. It's at that point that you focus your intentions and you try to locate a larger creature. What is it like when you do that?
I want to light up my trident to try and see if I can get the attention of anything big, as well as just kind of like generally look around and I don't know, see if there's anything where I would see something large living, like any sort of ecosystem that I could notice that I would know of a larger creature living there or have been here or anything like that before I look for a large creature specifically, just so I can see if there's even going to be any large creatures here.
Okay, so the lighting up of the trident, that's the one thing we would notice if we were watching you make this attempt?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. I was picturing Aquaman circles that go out, but I mean,
that was a given.
That's pretty retro.
As your trident lights up, you get a sense not just of the living things around you, but the non-living things. And you sense that the ocean floor beneath you is only about 120 feet down. That would be a 12-story building of depth. So however long it takes you to climb to the top of one of those, it will take you to climb to the bottom. For the ocean, this is incredibly shallow. This is one of those mid-ocean shelves that seem to rise up off of the deeper sea. You're used to depths of 1,500, 3/4 of a mile, seriously deep.
The deepest ocean gets is
The
40.
edge of this little shelf is not too far off. It's maybe about half a mile away in each direction. And it's around the edge. It's around the edge of that drop off that you would expect larger things to be swimming around. The ecosystem on the seabed right here is more active than it would be further down. This strata of the ocean isn't used to having a chance to live here out in the middle, and so near the bottom you sense a lot more of what you might sense at a coral reef. A lot of bottom-dwelling creatures, crabs. Maybe nothing is colorful because it's deep enough to not receive sunlight, but definitely active. Some of the larger things that you would find at the 120-foot depth might be squid, some octopus. Clearly, there's the occasional sea mammal, but they don't hang out at depth usually. They're closer to the surface. You don't sense any of those around you in the immediate vicinity, but there's a pod not too far off. Let's call it 10 miles if you needed to call for help. You'd probably need to swim a little bit in the direction of the drop-offs to see if you were able to sense anything around the corner, so to speak.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. She'll do that. She'll swim closer to the drop-off.
Okay, the direction that you swim is also the direction that the pod of dolphin is in, and I'd say it takes you about 5 minutes. You're very fast in the water, and it doesn't take long for you to get to the lip where this 120-foot plateau plummets what seems to be another 1,000 feet down.
Thanks, I hate it.
You would hate it more if you could somehow drop a little light like a flare off the edge and just watch it descend into darkness with the bubbles rising up.
Disappear.
Yeah, it would. There's a darkness there that will envelop everything. You're not as troubled by that darkness, and it's not because you can see, but it's more because you can sense.
TV monsters are based on the creatures of the depth.
The things that you sense down there are large, and it's at the very, very bottom that you sense the largest creatures. And there's one particular feeling that you get. There's something down there that you would not call for help.
Okay.
Around that thing, there are some more medium-sized creatures. You get the sense that there's... I'll go ahead and give you a whale, and I'm not. It's not me doing it. It's that you sense the whale that was down there. It's a big boy. It's a blue whale.
It's a big boy.
Yep.
Damn boy, he's thick.
Does he have a name?
He does. Whaley.
Oh, I see you're getting more creative.
Yeah.
That might be less
Did you
creative.
get that from name generator?
No, top of my head.
Wow!
Whale race name generator.
Whaley.
Booga.
Whaley is at an unusual depth. They usually don't go down to that depth unless there's either a problem or something they're after. And you're not used to sensing them down there. It was kind of mixed up with some of the other life forces that you were sensing.
Okay.
The malicious.
I will go down to the whale as much as possible, or at least at a distance so I can yell at it. Hey!
It'll take a while to descend 900 to 1,000 feet. How deep are you wanting to go down? I don't know what your capabilities are for communicating with the sea creatures.
Well, hold on. Let me check. Could I cast sending to the whale?
How many spell slots you got?
That's the last
I
one.
have one more.
Oh boy.
It doesn't say humanoid, it says to a creature.
Then yeah, absolutely
Okay.
you can.
This is phenomenal. Thank you.
But what help is a whale 1,000 feet away? By the time he gets here, the ship's either going to be exploded or everybody's going to be off the ship.
Well, shut up.
Guys, I got a what? Oh, everyone's dead.
I'm just saying.
Does somebody want to keep track of 25 words?
I got
Sure,
you.
I got you.
I don't
We all
want.
got
I don't
you.
want it because it's gonna. Hello, whale. We need your help really bad. There's a ship a little ways off.
I lost track already.
We're at 10.
10.
What?
No, we're
No,
at
we're
we're
not.
at 12.
We're way past that.
Well, you guys are counting syllables.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hello there, whale.
Hello
There's
there,
a
whale.
ship
There's
that's
a ship.
Okay, surface dwellers. Keep
Alright,
going.
I'm sorry.
Follow me. I'm the light above you. Please help.
That's 20. As far as I can tell.
A ship is on fire.
There you go.
Do whales know what fire is?
Whales are incredibly intelligent, especially old ones that have been swimming around the seas for a long time. You'll have to roll persuasion.
This whale's probably smarter than I am, honestly.
It's just not super relevant to a whale.
There's
life.
An old
there's
whale
like a
who's
80% chance this
currently
whale has a
busy
higher
doing something, so you're going to have to persuade.
Ball
21.
Oh, you hear...
That was 25.
and it begins to move up.
I'll wave the light.
Yep, it's ascending towards you, and it's ascending rather quickly. They've got a lot of biological ductwork that allows them to bypass some of what humans deal with when they're going from the depths. Begins to make a whale line right towards you. Yep.
A whale.
Whale line. Not a normal line,
Not a beeline.
but a whale.
Not as the crow flies.
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the kind of size that a blue whale occupies, the volume that they occupy.
I've only met a few.
They're obscenely large. They're terrifyingly big. They're shockingly alive. Something that big doesn't seem like it should be alive, but it is. And it slowly moves through the water like a giant submarine. Since we've got you underwater guiding your whale friend up towards the surface.
Can I grab on to a couple of like the barnacles that would be on the whale and just kind of like ride with it instead of having to try and swim back and then just like point in the direction that we need to go?
Absolutely.
Okay,
By the time he reaches you, you could just talk to him.
Okay, hi. We need your help. The ship's on fire. I don't know if you can like spit up water like you usually do, but we kind of need your help. I'm new to the ocean.
Vomit for
Oh,
me?
also, hi. My name's Casey. It's really nice to meet you. You can just call me Callisto. Callisto's fine. You're really pretty, by the way. And I'll just like keep pointing. Yeah, we just need your help. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. I miss you guys so much. I know I don't know you, but
Wow, you think all whales are the same?
Wow.
This is
whole-
some animal
This
bigotry.
Can we
ancient
cancel
whale
Casey?
Casey's canceled.
replies to you in a way that you understand and says,
I didn't do that. I didn't do it.
Oh, very
so
insightful.
you now know its name is Whaley,
yeah.
and that it's an old man.
Oh.
You and your old man Whaley are on the way up towards the surface.
Old man Whale.
We know that Angel is keeping the dirigible from flipping over and landing in the water,
Yep.
and that leaves us with 3 heroes, or 2 heroes and a felon. I didn't say which of you was the felon.
It was Janet's
You're a
favorite.
felon when you get caught.
This is like serious foreshadowing to one of our like backstories.
Zeph, what are you gonna do?
Keep Eldritch blasting the fire.
Fuck. No, I'm not gonna Eldritch Blast the fire. Seems like a terrible idea. Unfortunately, warlock spells are all focused on killing people, so none of them are particularly helpful in the helping of
Kill the fire.
in the sustaining of life. They're all very much geared towards the ending of life.
Can you use
So none of my magic is useful.
Can I like
Well,
pray
I-
for rain?
Sure, go for it. As it stands,
the first time in the campaign that you've prayed to any deity?
To what god? Yeah.
Which god is the rain god?
I'm just moving barrels, baby. I'm
Someone
moving
tell
barrels. I don't want to blow up.
okay. This is good to be doing. As you go back and forth to the hold, you probably help with 2 barrels in the time that after you blasted that mast in half. And each time you go back, you see the number of barrels diminishing, and there's now only like 4 left in the hold. When you get over to the edge with your more recent barrel and drop it off, you take a moment to look out, and you see barrels bobbing off in the distance as they seem to be floating away from the ship. And they're not the only things that are out there. There's also some crates along with the barrels. You didn't see anybody throwing crates off, but those are there too.
This is like a real life question. For real life, if gunpowder gets wet, can you use it again if it becomes dry?
Yep.
Cool.
You just put it in like an oven.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did.
That's how you
or
do
a microwave.
Fantasy
yeah.
To dry it off.
microwave.
Are you?
Where all your dreams?
You know
Where
that's
all
pretty
your
good idea. Yeah.
pizza rolls get cooked.
Woo!
We should do like a fun little like Campfire Quest science experiment. Like let's get some gunpowder, wet it up, and then dry it in an oven.
Don't try this at home, kids.
So
I mean, or do.
I mean, if you do, it's not because he told you.
Yeah,
to.
no, I am not liable. It was a joke. Jokes are meant to be taken as fake.
As seriously as possible.
No,
do this.
no. I will get sued.
Microwave.
Microwave. Microwave.
I'm too busy recharging my phone battery. I can't put the gunpowder in.
yeah, I was trying to make my phone malleable, so I'm after him. So
I was trying to put my little like Chinese
so
box.
now that I'm being a normal
food
person and trying to save lives by getting rid of the gunpowder, what is our resident what is our dear friend Janet Tammy up to?
Oh, okay.
Yep, we're still on the surface of the ship.
Yeah.
Then Tammy, what's your actions?
That's a me.
Mario.
Mario.
I'm just gonna keep help.
Why are you real high?
You just see me moving barrels, and I'm just like, help, and I go back to moving barrels.
They need help with like the longboats and stuff and putting people on them, right? Can I help with that?
Yep, they've lowered the last 2 of the longboats into the water, and the 4 people that were in the single boat are probably about 30 feet away from the ship, and 2 people in the short time since the mast fell have jumped off the side and are swimming towards that ship, clearly not noticing the 2 longboats floating on the side. So you have now the captain and 8 crew members left on the ship.
Okay. And they're just trying to like make sure that they're trying to salvage the ship as opposed to like are they just moving the boom boom powder or are they?
You see the majority of them running around and trying to put the fire out with a small crew and Zeph trying to get the barrels offloaded. I will say that all of you on deck notice that there is a shift in the attention, and it went from trying to put the fire out to trying to either protect the ship from blowing up or get away. We got people jumping off, you got people helping get more barrels off, but the fire has spread from the mast all the way down to the deck of the ship,
Okay.
and it's now burning as well.
I want to help in the best and most like helpful way possible. I'm just trying to like figure
Yeah,
out.
I want you to be able to see what you're up against so you can choose.
So I guess I'll just help with moving the barrels too. I'm gonna can I yell at the captain and just be like, do you guys need help? Zeph, should we put them on our ship? I don't.
No. Wait, nope, not that. Wait, who? The barrels?
No, not the barrels.
Oh, the people? Oh, I figured it out. They got boats. I'm just focused. We gotta move this stuff. It's gotta.
Okay.
Janet, I don't think you realize it's gotta fucking explode.
I know. I've seen what the powder does.
Alright, it's not good.
Nope. I help with the barrels.
Okay. Between the 2 of you, you're strong. You've got sailors that are working with you. There were only a handful of barrels left that you had to worry about. You get those completely moved off the ship. And even though the last of the barrels are off, you notice 2 crew members that throw a crate over the side as well. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes.
We're going into the shed thing, right? Like we're going into to grab them barrels and then bring them out. Like the room model is
on the
limited.
deck, there's an opening that's a square shape, and you either lean down and they're handed up to you, or you lower down and hand up to people. If you were doing this at a dock or a pier, they use a large crane to drop stuff down in those holds and pull them out. You don't have that davit that you need to be able to do that, so you're using your muscle to get it up and out.
But that's the room Monolith was in.
Yes, for sure.
So
At the
he
was in a very long hold, and you guys are at the front end, and he was at the rear end.
Is there any way that Janet Tammy can find a crate and open it? But like,
A crate that's down there?
yeah,
There's a tool hanging around.
Are you a thief?
no.
There are tools hanging around.
I would like to. Can I do it
This is a good call.
simply? Can you stop using a fork to comb?
Are you worried about?
Why?
Are you worried about people
It's
seeing
good.
you?
Yes.
Who?
It worked
Who are you
well.
hiding from? Is I need to know.
Crew members, not mine.
Okay. Then roll for stealth, and
Did you
then
have a
also
bad
I'm gonna. You've got 6 crates around you, so first roll a.
Can I do that again? I'll roll a d6 and then that again?
Nope.
Okay. It
I will
didn't go
always say
well.
no forever.
I got a 1 for not the roll. I got a 1 on the d6.
Okay, so you're opening crate number 1, and all the crew members see you do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worst off.
Hey, what's in here?
One of the crew members says, "No!" You lift up the crate and you look inside, and there are what looks like the end of swords, the handles, and the pommel that goes around it, but then there's like a pipe attached to it. Just some interesting mechanical tidbits that seem to go together in some way that you don't recognize.
Is it?
How did the
Guns?
guy react? Like, is he trying to stop me from looking in, or is he just like, we gotta go?
That
Janet Tammy, it's a gun.
at first he tried to stop you, and then he said, whatever.
Wait,
Janet Tammy with a gun.
Yeah, Jaron Taman's gonna take it.
Good.
The handle thing with the pipe on it?
Yeah.
Monolith wants to metagame so bad because I have proficiency with guns because I'm a swashbuckler.
How many? What are you grabbing? This
Are they like small or are they big?
That's your own fault.
the ones that you're looking in? There's different kinds.
Can I grab?
That is
This
karma.
crate looks like it has 6 handles in it, and the pipes on them have different sizes.
She just wants to grab, if she can, if there are 2 smallish ones, she wants to grab 2 and be like, and then take the box and go up.
Accomplished.
Taking the whole box of guns?
Janet Tammy's a
I'm
thief.
I'm
I've
doing the
corrupted
like
her.
thing where
Thief buddies.
Oh, the last of the barrels have already gone up
Yeah,
and
yeah.
over.
Wait, a multi-class and 2 rogue.
So-
a rogue druid.
So you
Thief
That was
buddies.
certainly
really cool.
metagaming.
did you
I
leave with the
like-
box, or did you leave with 2 guns in pockets?
2 guns in a pocket, but like stealthily, because they were throwing crates over. So I was just, we're underneath, so I was doing the thing where we take the crates up and throw them over.
Yeah. As you
But I
lift,
have 2 guns.
I got it. As you lift the crate up, 2 people come over and help you carry it to the side and dump it over.
All right,
guns.
thanks.
Thank you.
Gun falls out of your pocket.
You can imagine how much time it took for you to go through that, and how much time it would take people who decide, I'm going to evacuate this ship, to evacuate a ship. Because that's what about half of them did. You see 4 or 5 more people in the water. 2 of them have managed to get over to the longboats that are right up against the side of the ship. And the flames from the deck, you've seen how this works. If a house is burning and stuff falls to the floor beneath, it catches on fire there. We have fire raging down in the cabins themselves, and the ship is, even Janet Tammy, a simple country girl, can tell this ship is not going to be floating for much longer. The captain seems to think this as well, because she's shouting orders to abandon ship and for her crew to get into the longboats as quickly as possible. She's telling everybody, don't have time to go back for your personal belongings. You have to get into the longboats now. Your lives are worth more than your valuables. No matter how much you have, no matter how much gold you've saved up and put in your personal... No, she stopped with the your lives are more important than
No
your
matter
things.
how much you hid underneath your mattress in room 3 on the left.
Well, it's been good luck, I guess. And I'm gonna jump for the rope. It's fucking skedaddle.
Okay, you know, we're gonna...
This is just fucking on fire. I'm leaving.
Okay, we might... Friend, hold on. We might...
What?
We might die here. We're our ship is gone, and we're going to be stuck in these lifeboats, and we don't know how long we can survive. And
Yeah, well, I don't know how many good deeds
Zeph.
I'm responsible for in a day. What? I already jumped out with the
We
barrels.
cannot leave these people here.
Oh, you want to shoot a flare?
We cannot leave them here. How would you feel?
I was
if
just blasting the air.
Well, that'll do it. All right, see ya.
If it
la-
were me,
the
I
last
would
time-
simply not let my ship catch on fire.
The last time Monolith
try that
and
next
Jan and
time.
Tammy were on a boat, they got attacked by a kraken.
No, I wasn't there.
Boat.
No, I.
Oh
didn't get
shit!
attacked
It
by a
was me
kraken.
and so it was just me.
No, it was you. Yeah, you're the only one left who got attacked by a kraken.
Jan and Tammy's freaking out.
But the last time you guys were on a boat, you fought,
Squid,
We
octopus.
did fight
Squid.
a squid in a canoe.
but you took a ship across
We
with
did.
another Captain Zeph.
We did fight some pirates
That's funny. Yeah.
on a different ship across
was a
the
different
Strait of
Zeph.
I Am.
Yep.
Which, if you don't know what that means, go back on our YouTube channel and check out the VODs.
But that was a long time ago, and,
Was.
and the ship that you're on now is in much worse shape than the one you were on back then. And you hear a
it's
giant
gonna stand the
cracking
fire.
sound, and for a minute you think maybe one of the barrels is exploding, and then you realize it's just the sound of wood ripping itself apart. The hull, the fire weakened hull cracks, and water begins to flood the compartments, and the ship instantly lists heavily to the port side and takes on water at an alarming rate. The last of the crew members jump in the water, and one of the longboats gets sucked under by the turning of the ship. And of the three people that were in that, one of them swims up and pops and starts looking around. The other two looks like they might have been sucked under by the ship turning. And the second longboat that wasn't sucked under detaches itself and pulls back just a little bit, and some people start swimming towards that.
I guess. Okay, I'm definitely holding on to the rope. So I saw this boat go capsize underneath, and two people have not submerged yet. They're just chilling.
You're hanging from a rope.
Yeah, I definitely jump. I jump for the rope. Like, Deanna Tammy's yelling at me, and I'm one hand on the rope, but I'm yelling at Deanna Tammy.
From that angle, you'd be able to see what you just described. What I described, you saw.
Real legitimate question: does Zeph know how to swim?
I'm gonna say that you taught campers on a river that you did indeed swim in and walk on and skate on, and even though you.
I shredded on it with my board.
Shredded on.
Even though you didn't
Shredded the knot?
wake up in crash track and knowing how to swim, it's
Right.
possible it's something you picked up.
All right. So okay. Shit. All right. Okay. All right. Is the rope is now hanging off the side of the ship?
Yeah, very close to where it was. It's now the ship
Boat
is
is
about
capsizing him on. This is like
25% listing.
And how far is the rope
happen right now.
to the rope to the water?
He's like
8 feet.
door.
Okay.
Now it's 9 feet. Now it's 7 feet. Angel's
Right,
like, open.
Shit. All right. Wait. All right. I'm thinking.
Think faster. We gotta go.
Can you swim?
Kinda. Well,
That's not very encouraging. Get back up.
I
No.
can turn into something that can swim.
I deserve to go next.
Well, hold on a second. You're not gonna die.
Well, I don't think anybody
One of them
deserves
needs to go.
anything, but also.
Just wait. I'll be right back. I'm gonna climb back up to talk to
And
Angel.
while they're going to talk to Angel, Monolith.
I'm only having you wait a little because your whale is so slow. Go ahead.
Okay.
And far away. But closer now.
The
way
boat
closer.
is like listing,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So-
on the verge of being on its side completely.
Monolith would have noticed, right?
Oh yeah, as you started
Yeah.
walking on the wall
Yeah.
instead of the floor.
So Monolith is gonna escape through the. Which way was the ship? Was it?
You run up the stairs and you're back on what was the deck, but it's now tilting so oddly you've got to either slide down into the water or climb up to get to the railing as it begins to do that
I'm
turn.
gonna climb up. I'm gonna climb up the railing because I don't want to get in the water just yet.
Okay, so you make it to the railing as people do that are clinging to the last little bit of life that they have as their ship sinks. Janet, Tammy, where are you? Because you're the only other one I don't have placed in my head somewhere.
I'm talking to Zeph, but I'm just hanging onto the rail since it's sideways, dangling.
So you're where Monolith is scrambling to.
Yeah.
Okay, then after a moment, the two of you are
I'm
on
like,
the
I
same
help him,
railing
grab
and,
his hand.
and close enough to help.
And I help pull you up.
Zeph is yelling down and talking to you.
Sure.
And while you guys are doing this, Angel, who's looking down, is probably the first one to notice the ominous dark shape underneath the water begin to rise up towards you. There are bubbles, not necessarily from a released breath, but more just the amount of just impact with the water around it as a giant creature moves through it. It boils and then breaks the surface. And at first you think, Casey's on a big rocky mountain that swims. And then it doesn't take much longer to realize that it's just that barnacle-encrusted ancient whale. And,
Ancient whale.
Casey hanging off of the top of it.
Yeah, and you know, I told my parents that one time, and they didn't believe me, but I swear I saw one of you guys. Like, you look very familiar to me. I know... Oh.
The boat's tipped.
I see. Go ahead. Unless, so the boat is like falling now, right?
Yep.
And it's still on fire.
Parts of it are going out as it hits the water. The big issue was that the flames weakened the hull enough for it to be able to rip apart.
So I this is obviously right, like apparent visually. Like there is a fucking whale in that. There's a freaking whale.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a
I think
whale.
it's too late now.
You guys are.
I was just started that 45 minutes ago.
It's a fun situation to try to imagine. You've got a wooden ship that is on fire, smoldering, and on its side.
And I'm watching two people cling to the railing for dear life.
Yep, a giant whale with Casey on top of it, and about 40 feet above that, you've got a giant airship with Angel looking down and watching all this unfold. So airship, burning ship, and a giant whale.
I mean, that makes sense.
It do be that way.
Can I? I'm gonna shout to Callisto.
Oh yeah.
Some of the sailors went under the water.
Where?
I don't know. Can you figure it out?
Yeah. Hey, Whaley, I need you. Can you go to the other side of the ship and just try and hold it up so it doesn't like fall over?
The whale understands what you're asking and tries. The whale goes to the underneath part of the ship and begins to push it up, and it seems to help as the edge of the ship breaks the surface and you see water pour off of it. It seems very, very hopeful, but as it gets pushed upright, you notice that it's sitting way deeper in the water than it did as a ship before. There's now only like a foot or two on either side of the railing. And now as the ship goes down, it's doing so upright and not on its side.
So that's nice.
The whale notices and is trying to help. And so it uses its whale shoulder and tries to push it up, but there's just not much to be done there as it fills up with water.
Before it goes right up normal. Yep, normal. Can I grab the rope and model its shirt?
Why grabbing my shirt? I can grab a rope.
Because I just assumed we were like barely close to the rope, so I was like,
Which rope?
dangling
The rope.
to the ship.
I can't make it that easy. The rope doesn't happen to be dangling within arm reach of you. It's an airship. It's like rescuing somebody in a helicopter.
Can I fully model it up to the rope?
Yep. Now we're talking. Then let's do a
I've been rolling
athletics
poorly all night.
and dex because you got to catch a rope. Let's see if you have to catch a rope.
Can I give him help?
Ooh.
I'm also on the rope.
I'm gonna have to catch a rope.
You have already rolled, so whatever you have.
No,
is what
I know what I've rolled. What is it? What am I rolling for?
Athletics.
Oh dear Jesus! I'm not gonna be able to grab this rope.
No, he won't.
I don't think it matters how high I roll.
7.
My arm is out. I have
Monolith
arms
arcs
outstretched.
through the air.
Just like that one.
Wait,
And
give me a chance.
Lands in the water.
Give me a chance.
Rolling that 20.
Okay, if you can roll a 50 with that 20-sided die, you can catch it. That's how probable this is.
Well, you know,
Yeah, no, I
magic
agree.
happens.
Rolling that 20.
Somehow.
I didn't roll that.
Oh, so close.
Can
No,
Janet Tammy be
20
like, God
arcs through the...
damn it, and then turn into like a dolphin?
As soon as you say damn it, he goes... Spoosh.
Monolith's gonna come out from under the water and be like, I can grab the rope on my own. I don't need you
Can you not swim?
Can you swim?
I think I remember making a joke about Monolith not being able to swim, but then I remember swimming at the Golden Tower with the Minotaurs.
So you're dog paddling pretty efficiently.
Yeah,
you're
I
keeping
can,
your head
I can
above
keep myself
water.
alive, and I'm yelling at Janet Tammy.
Sorry, I thought you'd be able to catch it.
Well, I might have been able. I was using your
No,
accent.
I know. We switched for a second. No.
You guys,
Well, I
it was
might have
very
been able
funny.
to grab it if you know you'd let me grab it instead of just throwing me into the water. Like I can just.
I literally just panicked. You know, the rope was disappearing. So I
Next
was
time
just
you
like, you know
panic,
what?
don't just throw the nearest thing, being me.
Can Angel try and go down a little bit more in the
Sure.
thing?
But Jan and Tammy, you were conversing like because you turned into a dolphin.
I still
Well,
understand.
I mean,
you,
if
though.
I knew he could swim,
Yeah. Casey heard you.
if I knew he could swim, I wouldn't do that. Is that okay? Or am I a dolphin now?
I don't know.
Because she would have seen me swim at the tower, even though I had made a joke.
You turned into a dolphin because of how low the dice roll was, and he arced and landed in the water. So I think you did that as a knee-jerk reaction, not based on knowledge.
Okay.
So I'm
Nothing
yelling at a
happens.
dolphin.
You're just in the water as a dolphin.
Dolphin Tam.
And I'm just assuming what she's saying.
She was saying that she was trying her best.
Well, look at how good it was. It wasn't very good, and that wasn't.
Dolphin tears.
Dolphins can't cry. They
She's
don't
really
feel.
sad now.
Real dolphin.
Good. I'm really wet.
Okay,
Angel,
I
give
will.
us a dex check.
I will jump in the water. When the whale goes under, I will jump in the water to try and get the other people
Okay.
up.
So you're an investigation roll because you're looking for two sailors that went underwater.
Yes.
Okay.
20.
I'll talk about the good rolls today. Wow.
Okay, I'm coming back.
Why not? It's these
13.
Casey dice that are really killing it.
Okay.
See that?
Not bad.
This is water.
Way above average.
It's very cute.
It's like your skin tone, you know.
Yeah.
By like three
What's that?
above average.
13.
You managed to find both of the sailors. One of them has gone unconscious, and the other one is thrashing about. It looks to you like maybe he'd just taken his first breath of water and was on the verge of drowning. It doesn't take long for you to drag him.
I will go to the unconscious one, whichever one's lower,
Drown him more.
and pull him under. No, I will.
Put him in a chokehold.
I'll grab the one that's unconscious, and then I will cast Gust of Wind directly behind me to push me and the guy that's thrashing up towards the level, the sea level.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, and with that spell especially, you burst out of the water and up and over. Really, it looks like a missile coming out of the water, and you land directly on the... It's hard to call this a deck because everything's underwater except the rail of the ship and the mast, two masts that are sticking up. Everything else is under, but the person that you just brought up landed in about 3 inches of water and starts vomiting the water up and coughing it and managing to get air back into the lungs. The other individual that's down there, are you going back for them, or did you bring them with you?
I wanted to grab the unconscious one and then shoot the gust of wind right behind me, so it hit me holding the person and the guy that was.
Oh, I understand what you
If
did.
that makes sense. So it would push.
So
all
then
three
you're
of us
holding
out.
an unconscious person,
Yes.
and as the other person coughs themselves back into health.
Yeah.
So what do you do with Mr. Unconscious?
I will lay him down and not know what to do.
As you look, you see that it's actually Mrs. Unconscious, and she's an elf, and she looks like she's very, very young, and she's maybe on her first voyage away from home.
I will, at the very least, take out the wand and cast Cure Wounds with it and see if that helps. The only reason I'm saying that she doesn't know is because she's not used to people not being able to breathe underwater and doesn't know what is going on.
They don't give CPR classes under the ocean.
No, because everybody under
can
the ocean
breathe
can
water?
breathe water. So she's like, I don't know what this is. So she'll cast Cure Wounds from the wand.
How do I make the lungs unwet?
I don't know if I roll anything for that. 'cause
No,
I know
not at
she's
all.
hurt. Okay, yeah.
Your experiment was successful, and it turned out that this person just had water in their lungs, which,
Oh, wow.
you know, it's a land people thing.
It's a land people thing. She doesn't understand. She doesn't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Can somebody please help her? I just freak out.
With Cure Wounds, the young elf wakes up a little disturbed because of the recent memories and now the not really sure what's happening realization. But definitely alive and doesn't have to go through the same coughing process that the other individual had to go through. Magically wakes up healthy and ready to even start helping. Probably doesn't even know how thankful she should be for what you just did.
And then she has this weird fish lady over her head.
So, good job saving people. You're 13. Got it so that you were able to lower the rope, Angel.
Yeah.
Good job, Angel. As that rope gets lowered all the way down to the water and a little bit further, maybe about 5 feet of rope are floating on the surface of the ocean. As Jana, Dolphin Tammy swims around, and Monolith, did you grab on for a ride?
Dolphin Tammy.
Yeah.
Dolphin Tammy.
But I'm still like, I'm not looking at it. I'm like,
So Dolphin Tammy takes an angry Monolith over to the rope, and
what was that?
Dolphin noise.
Oh, this sounds like a rusty door.
Is one of the longboats still turned over?
it went under and didn't come back up. It's now floatsam and jetsam and the tides.
So there's still 2 longboats.
Yeah.
Are they totally full?
One of them has 6 people in it, and the other has 4, and there are 5 people that are swimming around in the water right now, including the captain, who hasn't made it to a longboat yet. She just left the railing of the ship and started moving towards the longboat.
There's some stuff I would like to do whenever I can do it.
I was just gonna yell at people. So.
I'm just gonna yell at people.
I was just gonna yell. I was just gonna yell at Casey.
Don't touch that.
You're climbing up a rope. Monolith has his hands on a rope. Janitami's a dolphin. What are the things you'd like to do?
I will jump back in the water. As soon as she's conscious, I will jump back in the water and... hey Whaley, I don't think the ship's gonna do much. We have people that are drowning. Can you, come over here and try and pick them up? I want to see if it can be like a submarine where it just kind of goes and swims and then comes up.
Yep.
And then there's a platform that they can stand on and whatnot. That's my idea.
Yep.
What's that show?
Whaley makes
with
himself an island.
Flapjack.
Yeah.
Marvelous Mr. Richard Flapjack.
With the whale.
Bubby.
Bubby.
I'm picturing Bubby.
But like old dude with a beard.
Yeah.
Captain Knuckles.
Captain Knuckles! It's Zeph.
Zeph is Captain Knuckles.
Who's Dr. Barber? Nobody's that terrifying.
Nobody.
Actually, you're Captain Knuckles and you turn into Dr. Barber.
Yeah.
No.
They ever take
Nobody gets me
actual
maple. Do I have
doctor
a
back home,
crippling
Dr.
maple
Barber?
syrup edition?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I want to do, and I'm gonna get it high enough. Zeph, tell Angel to hold there. Get it over the whale.
What?
We need to get these people on.
On our ship?
Yes.
What?
Go. I'll try and look for the rope and see if I can start directing people towards the.
No. Hey, have your whale guide them towards the shore. The ship's at capacity.
No, it's not.
Well, I'm determined. Guess who's determined that? It's me. They can make it to shore. It's not that far. How far away from the shore?
12 hours at your speed would be about 36 to 48 hours on a ship. So about 2 days on the water if you've got wind and sails.
That's a lot. If you have wind and sails, which they don't.
No, they've got a couple of oars, maybe 3 or 4
So it's
people.
like a couple weeks.
Like it'd be
of
like
travel.
doggy paddling over
maybe
to
a
the
whale.
island.
If they go in the right direction.
What do a whale travel?
Who knows? A week? I mean, I'm sorry, a day? It could be...
A day by whale travel?
If the vessels can hold up to that kind of speed being sledded through the water. Just depends. I don't know.
You have infinite rope to attach their crafts to a whale. Is that whale your friend? Is that a weird... Is that how this works?
Yeah. I'll see creatures on my friends.
Oh, that's convenient. I wish all land creatures were my friend. I don't get that privilege being a land creature, but I guess.
It's like the sea is the Canada of the world.
Yeah. You just gotta be real nice to him.
Yeah, well, maybe that's where we struggle. Listen, can you? All right, you have a bag of infinite rope, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wait. Just. All right. Wait. All right. All right. Can you help the rest of the people get to their boats?
They're on the whale.
Everybody on the whale?
There's 6 people in one boat, 4 people in another boat,
And the rest are
and
on
the
the whale.
last of the people that were in the water are now on the whale.
On the whale.
The last one climbs up on the whale as the mast slowly sinks down into the water. And
I
the ship
don't know how
begins to
busy your whale friend is over the next couple days, but would he be able to, like, drag them to shore?
Yeah, but they don't have any food rations.
Well, maybe they should have thought of it. All right, fine. I'll give him some of ours.
Okay, I'll ask. Hey, Whaley, do you think?
Am I
that you
made
could
of food rations?
Hey, Seth.
I mean,
I'm just coming back up.
Hey,
Could be.
Whaley, do you think that you could maybe take them to shore, wherever that is? Or is that too much? Am I asking too much? If not, that's okay. We can take them on our ship.
So, persuasion roll, just regular, not disadvantage. I would almost say disadvantage because it seemed like you were off like the whale. If it was no big deal, it didn't seem like it was an important thing. But I'll let you roll straight roll. I mean a single.
Oh, okay. A good day for you.
It is a good day for me. That is a 29.
Whaley almost
not a
breaks
bad
character
28,
and
sorry.
says yes.
I could do that for you, buddy.
Okay, yeah, just wait here
Rolls
for a
over
second.
and he extends one of his fins so you can begin to tie.
Oh, thank you. Give me a second. I'm gonna go let my friend know that we're getting them a little bit of food, and I will start tying. Hey, Seth, just
Throw it down.
carry some food down, please. He's gonna take them. And
As much as I can carry him in my hands, it's not exactly a lot.
What?
I'll just bring a barrel. I don't know.
I turn into a person and go up. I'll help.
I've already gone up.
You can shapeshift into people.
Shape-shift.
Actually, can I?
The most terrifying creature of all, a person.
Can I wild shape into a person? Like this guy's self?
No.
Why? I mean, genuine question.
It's in the rule book that you can't.
Okay,
It's-
never mind.
yeah.
It's in the rule book.
I'm going to say that when you choose to be a tiger, you don't get to choose which tiger you are. You just get to be generic tiger.
You get to be whatever
So
you
if-
see.
What if I shapeshifted
Yeah,
into
but see, then I would say that you should be able to do
Yeah.
a person, because if you look at it, it should be the...
You look at a lot of people.
Oh,
She
that
should
is
technically be
true.
able to wild shape into me. Or you.
Can I see the book?
We have a... We could... You know what? We'll talk about this on our next episode of Behind the DM Stream.
Yeah.
That's not really a thing. Don't look for that.
Don't look that
Not
shit.
yet.
Well, somebody else has it. So go look for it. They're doing well. It's just not ours. Janet Tammy, you turn into a person. You begin to climb. As you ascend, as Zeph ascends, as Monolith ascends between the two of you, you guys are climbing up and looking down at a whale with people standing on it.
Weird day.
You
I'm so
look
tired.
at a dark shape underwater, and the last of a white flag go underwater as that dark shape begins to get smaller and smaller as it sinks beneath the ocean. You look around and you see floating barrels going in the distance and a couple crates, and you see 2 longboats filled with people. And who's handling the food?
I was gonna help Zeph.
All right, so by the time you guys all make it up there and go back to the cargo hold, you've got access to your food stores. Are you just picking a random barrel?
Pick the
The moldiest.
No, I was gonna say pick the barrel that's gonna go bad the soonest.
Yeah, that the moldiest.
Okay, you've got it's a
They're all
crate.
Neo, of
It's a
course.
crate then, and the crate that's full of produce is the one that's going to go bad the first.
Do we have a bag? Is there like bags? Like so we don't.
We
have
just pack them in individual
It's
luggage.
just I
These
can't.
are all-
It's impossible
What's
to carry
your
a
name?
crate down a rope because you're using your hands.
Thank you.
to-
Do you want
Yeah,
turkey or
yeah.
ham?
Unfortunately, you've got crates.
you like orange?
You probably didn't know you were going to be transporting portions of the
Lays?
contents off the ship. And the way these crates work is they use hay, layer of food, hay, layer of food, hay, layer of food.
Can I just throw cabbages at people?
If you like.
Janet
question.
Tammy is going to grab a barrel that's full of meals and bring it down to the people.
How do you propose you do that?
Strength.
While
Bigly.
down the rope.
Bigly.
Down the rope.
Bigly.
You can use your hands to do that?
I'm gonna turn into a giraffe. That's a lie. I'm not gonna turn into a giraffe.
How would that even help?
I mean, it's gotta
How would you grab the rope with hooves?
What element of a giraffe would be helpful in this situation?
I just imagining the giraffe from Madagascar. It's like, oh, I'm scared, guys.
Yeah. From now on,
Butts.
you have to transform into animals specifically from penguins of Madagascar. Quick question.
Oh, golly.
Is anybody from the ship on our ship? Anybody from the boat on our ship? No. Okay.
I didn't let them on.
I wanted to talk to the captain, but
You can still talk to the captain.
She's on a whale.
You were the one who so ardently decided to climb the rope.
I thought there were people on our boat.
Grace?
I thought there were people on our ship. That's why I was coming up.
Oh, no.
because we were gonna like ferry them, or we're not.
There's not barrels of meals, I'm afraid. And I know you're not talking about making meals and putting them in a barrel. There are crates of food that you would prepare into meals and barrels of food that you would prepare into meals. If you want to just grab a quick assortment of things, I don't know what your plan is to move all this, but if we could just walk through that's all I need to make it happen.
Can we just tie a rope around it and like put it down?
Hey, Angel.
Hey.
Wow, that was good job flying the thing.
Yeah, I'm good at this.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Let's find out if it floats.
Oh, you want to risk that?
How bad could it be, right?
Well, if it doesn't float, we're stranded in the middle of the ocean.
On a whale.
But it's a whale.
Okay.
That convinces him. He's like, there's a whale.
Monolith hates this.
So, the way that it describes it is that the ability is called beast shape. So you assume the shape of any beast, but when you revert back to your normal form, which is your body. You cannot wild shape into another humanoid because it is not considered a beast. So it's like a starting point you're going to and from. You can't go to something that isn't a beast. So because humanoids are not tagged with beast, you cannot shapeshift into another humanoid, but you can shapeshift into any beast. That's why you're able to have that freedom with beasts specifically.
The more you know.
I think we were having a problem with the reality of it. Like, if Janet Tammy is able to turn into that tiger she knows really well, then she should be able to turn into Casey, who she knows really well, just because she's.
Also, for
But I mean, we could. I'm sorry, but we could easily work in that as a druid, she's got that special connection with animals and doesn't have that special connection with people and doesn't know them that well. And
Yeah,
we'd probably lean into that.
Calls King Jules Sir King, King Jules Sir, King
Sir
Jules Sir Jules.
King, sir.
And I cut you off.
I was just gonna say that the circle of the moon thing that I have is basically like talking about how like the like wild shapeness of it all is like in my blood. It's in me blood.
Got it.
Arrgh.
Arrgh!
Let's fix this.
Does the ship float? I'm just so curious.
Is it happening now?
Yeah.
Gently.
Do I need to roll for
I mean,
dex or something?
I said
I think you
lower
guys
the
need to
rope
roll for-
to the whale.
No,
I
it'll be
think
fine.
I think you guys are rolling for.
I also just want to answer this question.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you roll
I want
high
this question
automatically.
answered. Does the ship float?
Oh my god, guys!
We can just lift up if it doesn't. I mean, it's not the ship does fly.
The
Short
answer is
circuits.
yes.
Nice.
The ship floats. The thing that floats is the air bladder, and all the stuff that's attached to it, as it sets gently down into the water, takes on water because it's not airtight, and so the cabins and the cargo holds and everything.
Oh,
It
nice.
just
begin
starts to go back up though.
Yeah, nice job,
Well, I was
guys.
gonna say, we're doing it very slowly. So like,
Yeah,
if
we
so
start
if we start to see a
water.
little bit of water, we're just gonna start lifting back up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Fake.
It's not like we're just like going like, we're just like going all
And
out.
drop.
Then this will just be a dex save because you're now doing an emergency ascent.
Emergency.
Check. I meant check.
Oh!
Oh, is it not good? How bad is it? Is it a nat one?
It's the baddest bad.
Is it a
If
nat
you
one?
ruin Zeph's airship,
Can I?
It's
It's a
on
little
Zeph
cocked.
as well.
It's kind of cocked.
It is a little bit
maybe.
cocked.
It is
That's
a
right.
little
It's a little bit
cocked.
cocked.
it is not cocked.
It's a little cocked.
The water catches on and begins to almost suck the ship down, Clearly, this air-filled bladder is not going to go underwater. But the waves begin to rock, and the floating bladder on top of the surface of the water rolls a little bit, and stuff on the inside, Angel included in the people, Monolith and Zeph and Jan Tammy, roll around a little bit on the inside of the ship. And I imagine... yeah, it's just going to stay floating there on the surface for a little while, kind of rolling around a little bit. You'll have to, maybe a different captain or a different pilot can try to maneuver the crystals enough to get it up.
While we're in the water, Janet Tammy brings over crates of food. Because this is convenient.
Oh, this is convenient. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
It's really not, and I want to let you have everything you want, but this is not a stable situation in which you unload cargo and move it around.
It's like
you're being
crates.
thrown around. The sea moves. You're in the middle of the open ocean.
The sea moves.
It's not a lake or anything like that. There's swell, and you guys are kind of moving around a little bit, and it's not the end of the world yet. Your air sac is holding air. But the air is cold, so who's going to take the controls because Angel failed?
Monolith is freaking out. His stuff's
I'm just going to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Here
I'm
we
still
go,
on
lads.
the whale.
Here we
Yes,
go,
you
lads.
are.
People like
Everybody's watching
Here
this flounder.
Woo.
I'll be after Zeph.
No, it's really bad. It's like it's a 4 plus some stuff. So
You add the
many
stuff.
things?
Add the stuff that's important.
How
Add
many
the stuff.
things?
how many stuff to add? I don't know. What do I add?
Dex, right?
Is it Dex?
Yeah, it's a
Straight Dex roll?
it is.
It's like a +1, so it's a 5.
Uh,
Slightly more than terrible, but still bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the airship is it's not lifting out of the water at all. The people in the longboats are starting to row over towards the whale, and while you guys are going through your ordeal, Casey and the survivors from the shipwreck are kind of gathering around Whaley and watching you guys. They're having a hard time because they don't know how to help. But one of the longboats begins to row toward you, and as they're rowing toward you, I guess Monolith manages to make it to the controls. And when Angel originally tried to lift the ship to make the ship rise, he grabbed onto one of the stones and shifted it over to raise the temperature of the air, dragged it too quickly, and the heat in the front of the ship made it rise unevenly. And so it was the tail end of the ship that caught the water and dragged it back down in. Zeph did almost the exact same thing in reverse, where the tail end started to lift up, and it was the nose that dragged it back down.
That's pretty
Monolith is really going to have to use his dexterity.
Monolith.
He's very dexterous.
Monolith.
Cuckoo. Click your feet. Does that work?
No, only for stealth.
Monolith.
I mean, I'd be really good at stealth if I did that, but I don't think that's what I'm trying to do.
Monolith, we really need you right now. I think you're gonna do
You're on
great.
a whale. You can't, there's no way you're
literally
communicating.
like on his way up of the rope. Can
There's
you hear
no
me?
way up the rope.
There's
The
no
rope is
rope.
in. We're in the
We're
water.
in an enclosed
Well, then
space
on the way
on
up
a
onto the
ship.
ship. Can he hear me at all?
We're past.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you
there's
guys
no
should
way.
keep those bardic
They're just
inspirations handy and pass them out often.
Oh.
But I can't.
You can't do it now.
We're definitely not going back.
But you
in
guys
time.
should have been passing out bardic inspirations between
I
long
forgot
rests.
that I was a bard.
There's still.
I gotta be honest. I don't think.
I thought that was an airship.
you always forget that you're
He
a bard.
was
You
an
have
airship
bardic
pilot for
inspiration
him.
to give out.
I
You always
don't-
forget cutting words too. You always.
Oh,
forget
that
words.
is a good one.
I don't think I've ever gotten a bardic inspiration. I don't think Monolith has gotten one bardic inspiration.
Angel's
I've
giving
been
me
inspired.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah.
Drum roll.
We had 2 bards.
No, wait. I'm not trying to.
Bardic inspiration.
Cameras, very delicate drum roll. Delicate fingertips.
Just, Greg, can you roll a die?
9.
No.
Plus?
My
No,
God.
9 total.
Oh.
Are you sure I can give out a low
ship-
inspiration afterwards?
Rises up kind of even, and then the nose dips a little, and a wave that really is a little bigger than the rest crash over the ship and make it do a full roll.
Oh.
You guys find yourself in mid-air tumbling, Casey at a distance, and all the crew are watching like this, and the whole airship splashes. Like, you understand, there's like the deck and the cabin on the bottom, rolls all the way over the top, splashes into the water. Water gushes into the area where you guys are rolling around like you're inside a washing machine, and at that very minute, we stop and don't come back for a whole week.
That's exciting.
We're gonna freeze frame as you
This
guys.
is longer than a week for us.
You guys are thrashing around in the water with Casey and Whaley watching from a distance, and 14, I guess, saved sailors that you kept from.
I mean, they're
from their
fine.
fate.
Guys, we saved the sailors though.
Isn't that great, Casey? We saved the sailors and we lost the airship because Zep and Angel.
And you.
And then Monolith.
No!
And you.
I tried helping.
Yeah, and you did just as poorly as they did.
I did better. I did 9.
Yeah, barely, but it did no difference.
Well, I don't see Casey helping.
Now,
Yeah, sorry that I'm
It's
trying to
almost
make.
like though we
in
wouldn't be in
my
the situation
mind,
if Casey
I
didn't
thought
have
we
to
would be floating
That's true.
away and enjoying a meal now
Yeah.
and going through our spoils. But that's what the dice do, guys. I love this.
Dice hate us.
I certainly
Dice and
hope.
Casey
I
hate
certainly
us.
hope you get to
I don't
keep
like
your
dice.
airship, and we
I
will
just-
find out.
What
When we return.
happened to we're gonna gently descend onto the ocean, gently,
Yeah.
slowly.
What happened was
Why were we just
we rolled a
submerged?
nat 1.
Is that what happened?
My dice fucked up.
Is that?
We got a nat 1.
Angel was like, "What? Descend on the ocean? Okay."
You went to descend and then like slipped like whoop.
Oh well, that's the descent button.
And then the captain of the ship was like, "I'm gonna fix us."
It was a moment of panic,
Sometimes you panic a little bit. That's
just
okay.
a little bit. It happens to all of
I'm
us.
about to panic my dice.
It do
into
be
my
that
throat.
way.
Look, guys. Worst case
Panic, eat all
scenario,
my
you got a
dice.
whale ride back to shore.
There's always a whale, you know.
We'll find out what happens next Friday, and we hope that you'll come and join us and start next weekend with us. As for this weekend, make it a great one, and we'll see you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh dear God.